How it do, how it be, how it is, everybody. The camera's over here now. Welcome in and welcome back. It is Tuesday, which means we get to continue our summer series, Rise of the Planewalker, DM'd by our prestigious Ben Brainard, our excellent DM. Very excited, and we have this amazing cast of awesome people I am truly honored to be here with. I apologize if I sound a little echoey. I've got a new studio room and I still have yet to foam the back wall, but a couple of things to get out of the way. First and foremost, hi. Goodness gracious, my brain just hit a wall. Oh crap. If you like these summer series, you can find them on the camera's over here. If you like these summer series, you can go over on the YouTube long shot and catch up on the previous Hightower series. And then when we're on season, from fall to spring, I'm DMing 3 campaigns a week, and you can find all the content over there. If you would like to join a community, we are as chaotic as we are wholesome, and we have memes and bingo. You can head over to the Discord. We have 2 panels coming up at Gen Con, sponsored by the Crit Awards, that I'll be running over there. You can find more info for that on the Discord. And there's a phenomenal LARP event coming up called Heinefall. It's a 5-day event. There's still a few tickets left, I believe. It's in Texas. I'm gonna be there. It's gonna be super dope. That's it for announcements. Let me throw it over to Ben Brainard.
Hello, my name is Ben Brainard. I am the dungeon master for this campaign. We're entering episode 3. I'm excited about where this is gonna go. We have 8 episodes to get there, so it's gonna be great. Today is called Rise of the Planewalker, episode 3, Into the Striderverse, part 1, SummerFest. Every single episode is gonna have a ridiculously long title. It's just a part of what makes me enjoy this. As a little bit of a recap, in case you have not seen anything that's happened so far, we're on an island continent called Laurent. There's a capital city called Archid. 20 years ago, a wizard was like, I'm a lot smarter than all of you, and he learned a power, and then he killed a bunch of people and he took over the town. 10 years ago, 5-6 people learned the power as well and then overthrew the evil wizard. 5 years ago, the city built schools and invited people to come learn about the new power. And now we're here. And I will give a recap of last episode at the beginning of this one. But before we do that, let us meet our party. We'll start with you, Aiden.
Hello, everybody. I am Aiden Watcher, aka Shay Aiden. You can catch me on a lot of the social medias as Shay Aiden. I just got back from Oregon Ren Festival, which was absolutely amazing, and I cannot wait to do more Ren fairs. And if you did come up to me and say hi, I love you and I appreciate you, I will pass it over to QueenAstraea.
Oh, wait. Give a little bit of insight on Arktreon.
Arktreon is Arktreon is a hulking Leonin barbarian, standing a staggering 7'4", 400 pounds. He is a bit of a brute, but still a cat. And do I need like a background of what we've been doing, or just like the character description?
You're muted.
Yep. I caught all
just
that.
Kind of like what he was feeling at the end of last session, going and like what he's looking forward to or excited, where he's at coming into this episode.
Oh, my brain is drawing a huge blank.
Yeah, right. It's weird when it
Oh
happens.
my god, I have other campaigns.
Do you want me to do the recap of last episode first?
Yeah, throw it out there.
Yeah. Okay, let's do that. We'll reorganize. I'm gonna do the recap from last episode, and then we're gonna go and meet our players. Last week, the party had an 80s movie training montage and took their first test. Arktreon found out that the reason Shax has bullied him was just because his parents didn't hug him enough as a child, and he was able to successfully quell the beast with the power of friendship. Important side note, they did not kiss. Similarly, Poppy was able to make friends and blast away enemies with the power of lizard. Poppy herself is a very magical creature with the power to turn into animals and cast world-altering spells, but no, it was the lizard. Adaline saved a child from the woods and then had his head removed by a woman who needs to take a nap. These two events are not related. He also straight up shot 2/5 of the Scooby Gang. Again, none of these events are related. Meanwhile, Estel went shopping. She is doing her part to, apparently, restore the Library of Alexandria, or so it seems. She also killed Fred with a people's elbow from the top rope. Ah, the duality of woman. Never fear, she went right back to normal shortly afterward when a stranger said she knew Estel, and that scared her, I guess. And finally, much like Arktreon quelled a beast with the power of friendship, Elis was turned into one by much the same power. She can deny it all she wants. She knows a real friend is someone who will let you take their head off for fun and or threaten to stuff you in a burlap sack to help you pass a test. I would love nothing more than ask her how she feels about all that, but she was grabbed by a disembodied hand and yanked through a planar rift, so I don't know. Maybe the power of friendship can save her from that too.
Oh God.
And so now, let's meet our party. Aiden.
Okay. I am Shane. I play Arktreon the Hunter. So Arktreon is Arktreon's a little conflicted. He's a little conflicted. So he got to flex a lot of his newer skills and enter another stage of rage, but almost cautiously doing so for a reason unbeknownst. But he did take a lot more damage than he thought he was going to take. So I think Arktreon is playing a little mental game of chess with himself, trying to use his new skill smarter and a lot less brutish than he would usually attack things. And at this point, he's just hungry and looking for food.
Pass it off to someone else.
I will pass it off to QueenAstraea.
Hi, my name is Estrella. I go by QueenAstraea on my social media channels. Let's see, what am I doing that's recent? I'll be going and attending Beakoline. It's going to be, usually is, it's the largest LARP in North America, where about 10,000 people show up to coincidentally beat each other up.
10,000.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm with the Guild the
It's
White
like the
Lions.
Sturgis of Ren
Yeah.
Fairs.
Yeah, it kind of is. It's like if Burning Man, a Ren Fair, and various music festivals had a baby.
Oh.
It lasts a whole entire week. I'll be with my guild, the White Lions. It's a lot of fun. It's in the bumfuck middle of nowhere of Quebec, Canada. And what's even cooler about the area is that it is its own biosphere. It's one of the only 2 places on the planet that has freshwater seahorses.
Whoa, that's cool.
Oh.
Yeah, there's only 2
Okay.
places, and that one place is in Quebec. That being said, Estel is just more or less happy that she was even able to pass the test with her friends. She's feel like she's getting herself situated, but now her equilibrium has been completely thrown wayside by a complete stranger, so that's why she's freaked out, who claims to know her, and she doesn't know what to do, so she doesn't know if this person is maybe an enemy or someone who is maybe a friend, so we're gonna see and hopefully find out. I pass it to Feffers.
I'm Feff, the primary dungeon master of the Longshot table. I am playing Adaline, and who is Warforged, made of stone and bone, and he's got crack shot skills due to this subclass. I'm really excited to continue developing and showing off more of the fun stuff we get as we develop. As far as how he's feeling, he's feeling good. He's kind of a steady presence, I think, to the dynamic as a whole. Kind of the kill him with optimism, kind of butler energy, if anything, like yes, of course, and just unwavering kind of a vibe. So all of this, we have yet to kind of see Adaline rattled, and don't know what that would look like yet. You know what I mean? And I'm excited. Yeah, over to SmolBirdLex.
Fuck. Hello, I'm SmolBirdLex. You can find me as SmolBirdLex. I do art streaming, TTRPG, and VTubing. I was nominated for Best Character Artist for the Crit Award.
Go vote
so
for
if
her.
you guys
Do
want to
it.
vote for me, that'd be real
Look at this
cool.
amazing art.
Because then I can tell my dad I won, even though he's already very proud of me. But it's fine.
Yeah, what's that like?
Yeah, I'm sorry. My dad didn't go for milk and didn't come back. I'm sorry. But Poppy is chilling. Poppy is so proud of Chester for doing so well during the test. Chester did wonders, and Poppy is so
Chester?
Proud. Yeah, that's pretty much it. They went through the test, and Poppy was proud to be the lightning rod for Chester to extend his abilities through. And I'll pass it over to Kiki.
Hello! Hi, I'm KikiDoesStuff. You can find me at KikiDoesStuff here on Twitch or KikiDoesStuff literally everywhere else. I'm a variety streamer, do some gaming, do some TTRPGs. You can find me here on Tuesdays or on Thursdays over on Madaloon's channel for a Percy Jackson themed TTRPG. And you can find me on my channel on Fridays up until like mid-July, where we're doing some charity streams to raise money for Gaza. So feel free to stick in, jump around. We're all going to explore space through the eyes of the NX Indago's staff. And this Friday, we're actually going to have a very familiar face who's jumping up and down right now.
I'm so excited. I'm just happy to help.
I'm so excited to have you. So yeah. But other than that, I play Elis, who is a human artificer. And she's currently sitting in her underground workshop reeling over the fact that the fucking bipedal bear said that just because you won doesn't mean it's an A. Now, she's not technically, well, it's ambiguous on whether or not she's actually at school, considering she has no teacher. But the idea that she's not succeeding or exceeding standards is actually really upsetting her, so she's kind of putting herself into a little downward spiral of tinkering when she gets yoinked like a cat out of their hiding spot into the fucking aether. So
up we go.
I'll throw it back to our benevolent DM, Mr. Ben Brainard.
Benevolent is a very particular word choice after explaining what happened.
I'm worried about what happens if Chester dies.
I am very worried about what happens.
I think we all die at that point.
Why would Chester die?
I know where most of you live.
Just sorry about me.
On lockdown.
Jumping into episode 3, we had to end quickly last week, so you all did not get a chance to have fun after the test. And I know I left off on 2 big cliffhangers, but isn't it more fun if we just keep everyone in suspense for a little longer? With that being said, flashing back to at the end of the test, Maisie blew the final whistle. The magic of the arena faded. The sound of cheers from the crowd, who could see everything the entire time, finally broke through and reached you all. 3 members of the enemy team lie on the ground, physically defeated. 2 members kneel with their hands up in surrender. Looking around the arena, Arktreon, you are brought back to your earlier life as a gladiator, but this time the crowd wanting more of you. You turn to look at Shaxus, who had played the part of damsel in distress for most of this test, and he smiles at you and gives you a big thumbs up. Poppy, you notice a contingent of your younger Druid classmates. They're all sitting together. They have their heads wild shaped into lizards, and they all are keeping their left eye closed. When they see you looking up at them, they let out the loudest cheer a lizard can. Adaline, you catch the eye of Skype, who would usually be sitting up at the top of the arena, but right now is in front and center. He gives you an approving nod, and then you notice that sitting on his shoulders is Lex Murphy, the little elven boy you saved in the woods so many months ago.
I'll wave at him.
Lex is holding a doll, but he clearly has asked someone to cut a big hole in the doll's head.
Oh, that's
Estel,
so sweet and dark.
Estel, you find Giovanna in the crowd. She's kind of easy to find, as she is usually the only person wearing all black from head to toe in a sea of bright colors and happy people. She's smiling at you and clapping, but very quickly you see her face turn red as the air genasi next to her stands up and counts off 5, 6, 7, 8. And 20 bards suddenly whip out instruments and break out into a cheer of, "Go Estel, she's our girl. If you don't like her, you can hurl." And then there's Elis.
That's amazing.
Nobody in the crowd is there for you because nobody in the crowd even knew you existed. But there is one person not in the crowd that is very interested in you right now, or at least in the vehicle you rode in on. Maisie is staring directly through you at Kit. She glides over to Kit at a speed almost too fast for your eyes to see. She reaches 3 bat-like fingers out toward it, slowly, skeptically, as if what she's seeing definitely isn't real, because how could it be? She makes contact with the vehicle, and it purrs. Kit? She says it like she's greeting an old friend she hasn't seen in 10 years and can barely recognize. She turns her head slowly to you and asks, how? Each of you have been given a bit of a scenario. You do not need to respond or add more to it if you would prefer, but the floor is now open to whomever would like to react first.
Arktreon just turns to the group, and what you don't see, and then what you do see, is 2 giant paws engulf everybody, and he scoops everybody up into one big
No.
Yes. Yes. I put everybody down. Good job. That was good.
Same to you. Well done.
I have fur all over my coat.
Chester has made his way
Yeah,
into
just
Arktreon's
shed.
mane.
Estelle is just tempted to just pet the mane, but she doesn't know whether or not that's like the correct thing, so she just like pats his head instead.
I
7-4.
feel something crawling throughout the mane, and he's like a maze is just kind of going. You can see the lump, like a cat in blanket, just kind of like swerving around. And then I just kind of like wait for a moment, stick my hand in my mane, and just pull out Chester.
Just
And then just just the sprawl. And I just give like a little 1-finger tap. And you, my friend, did the greatest job of all. And I put it back on Poppy.
Estelle looks to the bards and like points to Elis to just be like, cheer for her too. She did
No,
really good.
Do not do it. Don't fucking do it.
Grabs hand.
No, Elis,
I grab her other hand,
Oh,
and the bards cheer.
All right. Clearly, several of you do not value your lives.
We value your life.
Yeah, I wish you fucking didn't.
with all the lizards cheering, she probably just would have grabbed Chester and just held him up Lion King style and everyone cheering.
I will make
Elis,
a
is there
point.
anything that...
Oh, sorry.
You can go ahead.
I will make a point of going up and handshaking the other opponents.
Oh yeah, like good game.
Good game. Good hustle.
Estelle
They're
very tentatively
fine.
looks
There's
over
some-
to see if Fred is still like either like a pile of bones or something in the distance, and just goes,
Oh yeah, the arms the other way. Like
I'm just
He's
looking over like,
actually
is he gonna be okay? Should I go apologize?
I think you
By
did
this point-
wonderfully.
There are some cleric and paladin students that have come out to start healing them, and they had the death ward on them as well, so
Okay,
bruised up,
that's right.
but more of an ego hit than anything.
Estelle just like very like tentatively takes out a healing potion, and she just like slides it over to the one of the clerics healing and be like, can you give this to him? I'm so sorry.
The cleric's like, yeah, but like, I have magic.
That's true, but it's just an apology. He doesn't have to take it. And I just like skedaddle over to the rest of the group, just like very like rushing.
Elis, is there anything that you wanted to say to Maisie, who
Yeah,
seems
no.
very interested in Kit?
I think the second that the bat is touching the bike, the invisible bike, mind you.
She does not care.
Yeah, she's a bat. I don't think she notices that it's even invisible. Don't fucking don't touch it. Drop it. No. Shoo.
How? This is Kit.
Yeah.
You have Kit?
can. Yes. I fucking have it now. It's mine. I made it. Don't
But
break
nobody can make Kit.
Obviously nobody that can not- Nobody fucking here, because all it took was a little bit of reading and a bit of elbow grease. So clearly no one's trying hard enough, but that really doesn't surprise me on this campus.
We
Yeah,
We
Elis can
brought
build
in-
anything.
Don't.
brought in an We brought in an artificer, and he read the notes, and he could not build Kit.
You brought in an artificer. Are you sure it wasn't a handyman?
Well, he wasn't very handy, so...
I mean, technically a plumber is an artificer if you really think about it.
All right, that's enough fucking dumb fuckery for me. I grab my cane and I lock it over my back. I get on Kit. I go around the other way of the bat and I get on Kit. And just
Oh, there she goes. I
Before
put a
you're able
burlap
to
sack away.
Before you're able to fully get off, you do hear Maisie say, not to you, I am glad to see you again, friend.
There's that fucking word again. I wish people would stop using it.
As you all eventually make your way out of the arena, waving to the crowd one last time, you walk into a large room down one of the tunnels, sort of like a locker room at the YMCA, but without all of the wildly overconfident men changing. The other team is already in here. Booski and Norkill look almost completely uninjured and also incredibly embarrassed. Tagli is lying down with her head in Melva's lap. A couple cleric students are by their sides tending to their wounds. Frank is sitting on the floor with his back against a wall, cleaning his sword. He is soaking wet. Lil Bonbon thumps into the room holding a clipboard, and you watch him point at something on the board, then look around the room and point at one of the students. He makes a check mark and then does the routine again. After he gets through all 10, he puts the clipboard down on his side and says,
Oh, well done, everyone. Although Team 2 won the game, that does not mean that you kids on Team 1 won't pass the test. So keep your heads up. You all have the rest of the day off, so go get yourselves cleaned up and enjoy the rest of the day. Tomorrow morning, we will all meet again briefly with your instructors to go over the results. Until then, ta-ta for now.
Heard, chef.
It's about... It's about noon now. Later tonight, around 7 p.m., there will be another event in the arena. The instructors always put on a good show for the people on Saturday nights. It's not mandatory, but it is usually a good time. What would you all like to do?
Arktreon's definitely in the mood to celebrate a victory. He's always down for something like that. So I think he'll kind of gesture the invite towards everybody else in hopes that they join him in the festivities.
Estelle also wants to join the festivities. She has a map of like the town, and she just like haphazardly like takes the map and shoves it in Arktreon's face and just be like, I heard there's a place that has really good pancakes.
Ooh, I could go for some pancakes. And I'm like, you can see like my hand over as you're holding it up, the map, you can see a paw kind of skimming through, and then a nail just goes.
It's okay.
Sorry.
It's okay. I can fix it.
What's and as I pull my nail out, it kind of rips it a little bit more. I'm like, I will get you another, I promise.
Oh no. Estelle just does this and just goes, it's fine. I can fix it.
I will buy you the pancakes. You get first round of pancakes.
Okay, I'll make sure I get. Do you like jam?
Yes, kind of jam.
Well, there's like elderberry jams, there's lots of strawberry jams, maybe blueberries, there's... She just lists like a whole bunch of jams, and she's
drool
just
is like coming out of the side of my mouth and kind of...
Well, we could get a whole bunch of jams. I think they may have a platter of different jams we could add on the pancakes. She like goes down and she was like counting her money. She's just like, I think I could probably get a whole group, a bunch of jams for our pancakes. What do you think?
Arktreon also looks in his bag to see how many gold coins and etc. he's got.
I think we can get enough for everybody.
The two of them just like high five. They're just really hungry.
Adaline. Poppy, pancakes.
Good sir.
It's a pancake.
We're
it's
gonna
soft
use some
dough.
pancakes.
It's like a soft dough that like you flip over on a pan, and it's like a flat bread almost, but it can be sweet or savory.
I don't eat, but I am more than happy to accompany.
You will absorb with us then.
Estelle just pauses and she just goes, photosynthesis. Photosynthesis.
Chester's also mimicking.
All you hear is that little like slap his little goobery hands are making.
Little plep.
Little claps.
Overhearing you guys talk about presumably IHOP.
Yes.
Le Bonbon just kind of leans down and goes,
Oh, the frost giant milkshake is scrumptious.
There's a frost
Sorry,
giant
I was-
milkshake?
couldn't
Wait,
help
is it the size of a frost giant?
Oh. No, I believe it's just the name for it. It's not.
Oh.
That would be.
Do they have
That'd be
something called a
much too
big gulp? Maybe that might be the perfect size for Arktreon and Adaline.
Like a teacup.
Yeah, a big gulp is like a teacup in my hand. I'm like,
This is fine.
Has anyone seen Elis?
They went
Estelle just like gets up quickly, like, don't worry, I'll go find her. And she like
Be
just
careful.
rushes. I'll be careful, she says while tripping.
Oh, baby.
Oh, you can fly.
I'm gonna grab Poppy and put them on my shoulder, and then I'm gonna start kind of walking towards Yield IHOP.
Estelle.
it's
rushes
probably
over, I
about
guess.
a 10 or so, 10 to 15 minute walk from the arena. It's a Saturday, so
It is.
people are out. There's still a lot of people
The
hanging
theater
out
kids
the
are there.
arena.
Poppy's
still a lot of
braiding
people hanging out
Arktreon's
in the arena.
mane as they just.
As you guys are going, there are like some kids that are like waving at you guys and excited to see you. The main like entertainment center, the downtown area is it's popping. Like ships are coming in and out. People are getting dropped off. People are getting on. There's some music. There's some live musicians playing on the streets, and
The bards be barding.
the bards be barding. Yeah, and IHOP is just kind of right. The International Hut of Pancakes is it's right outside of the main
Interdimensional
entertainment
hut of
district center.
pancakes?
Not quite.
Damn it.
Is it owned by a pirate with a peg leg?
Yes.
No pirate peg leg. Willionaire Dresvern Arabit is the druid instructor now, not the owner of the International Hut of Pancakes.
I guess meanwhile,
Yes.
I'm trying to get into Ellis's classroom door thing. She's like knocking very at first tentatively because she knows Ellis doesn't like to be disturbed, and she's like,
Oh, I should have given you my key.
Ellis, we're all going out for pancakes. Ellis, she's just knocking and she's not really hearing anything, I guess, right?
You don't hear any response, but you do hear that like same sound box that's just it's playing the boost-based instrumental of Dragula, so it's all you're hearing right now.
Estelle tries to open the door and realizes it's locked, I'm sure, and then
It's actually unlocked.
It's unlocked? Okay, even
And
better.
she didn't remember. I flipped a coin.
So Estelle just at first opens the door like a crack because she knows about the traps, and she just pokes her head out and sees nothing, I'm sure, right?
You look in and you don't see Ellis anywhere that's in immediate visibility. You do see that the office door is open and there's a light from behind there, but you don't see Ellis or the horse she rode in on.
All right, Estelle walks in. Again, she's just sort of shrinking a little, thinking that she's trespassing and doesn't want to make her friend mad. So she's like, Ellis? Ellis, are you asleep? She tries to walk towards the area that has the light that you had mentioned earlier. Is there anything I need to do?
No.
Okay.
No, you're good. She
Has-
has not reset those traps for a hot minute.
Has the party been down inside the big lab?
They
I
not.
have. Oh, maybe I
Adaline
haven't.
has. Adaline
Adaline
has
has?
at least once. But that's because he has to deliver her food. Everyone else, I don't think she's let in there.
Yeah, so Estelle, what you find is small stair. Actually, I think it was a ladder. There's a ladder that leads down into a pretty dimly lit, smaller cave that goes on for a pretty good distance. But you can see light and hear music coming from the end.
Elis? She calls again, and obviously it's just nothing, so Estel just breathes in as much as she can. She goes, "You're not disturbing your friend. You're not disturbing your friend. You're not disturbing your friend." She just goes down the stairs, and she's like, the worst that's gonna happen is she's just going to be a little upset that I went inside her private areas. And she just pauses, and she goes, "You're not upsetting your friend. You're not upsetting your friend." She just keeps going down.
I love her so much.
I'm so proud of Estel right now.
As you go down the I'm also very proud of her. As you go down like the cave, you just hear like this light grinding / buzzing noise, almost like a nail trimmer for a dog. And if you were to look up, you see hundreds of these small little bug-like automatons going back and forth, and there's just small fragments of dust that are falling down as they are extending the ceiling.
Estel
cool.
just casually looks up, and she's like, "Wow, she built that?" And then she goes, "Have you seen her? Have you seen Elis? Do you know where Elis is?" Estel immediately just goes, "Well, I'm talking to robots. Why am I like this?" So she just peers around and just sees that nothing is around. Does she happen to see anything like the last thing that Elis was working on, maybe, or books, or even notes?
As you get to like the end of the hallway, you actually would see Elis pulling the motorcycle apart, and it's just coming off in these like globs of goo.
Okay, so I see you with the globs of goo.
You do. She's just like pulling it apart while kind of banging her head to the music, very, very half-heartedly, but yes.
Oh, Elis, hello.
Adaline,
Shit.
I've had my outing for the day. Wrong one.
Yeah, I'm not Adaline. I'm
not.
sorry. We're all getting pancakes. Are you hungry?
What are you doing in my workshop?
Well, everyone went to go get pancakes, and I offered to come get you. If you don't want that, maybe I can get you something to go. Do you want that?
I think that I am perfectly fine right here. I don't need to be out there anymore.
Estel just breathes and just puts two hands on her shoulders and be like, "I don't think you understand. If I come back empty-handed, either Arktreon comes in with a sack and tries to take you, or Adaline's gonna drag you out, and I'd rather just have you come willingly. Can you please do this for me, please?"
Facts.
I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to put you between a rock and a hard place.
It's like kind of death grips your hands and very as gently as she can manage right now, pries them off. Fine.
Yay.
Estelle just breathes a sigh of relief.
She like grabs a pair of headphones and then grabs her cane and is like, "Fine, whatever, just it's the last fucking outing of the day."
Estelle just looks around at the office though, and she points to the very clearly invisible motorcycle, and she's like, "Is it always invisible, or do you make it invisible?"
Only when I want it to be. You moving or what?
Estelle just nods. She doesn't want to test her patience anymore.
Elis will make sure that Estelle is in front of her so that she can watch her walk out.
Estelle just doesn't know whether or not she's done something terribly wrong. But she's just like, "You're not bothering your friend. You're not bothering your friend." She's just thinking, just
pure.
sweating really nervously.
She's so pure. I'm sorry you're stuck with the asshole. Yeah.
And they became best friends.
Adaline, did you go with Arktreon and Poppy to?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm just happily accompanying everyone while they're eating and just casual conversation and enjoying everyone's company.
Arktreon and Poppy, and I guess Adaline as well, as you guys walk in, you're greeted by just like an elderly woman who looks she looks like the physical embodiment of will not take your shit. And she just says,
Oh, is Elis here?
welcome the International Hut of Pancakes, where every meal is a magical experience. How many in your party?
Good evening. We are 6,
5, 6.
if you count
That's the whole
Chester.
person.
Always count Chester.
6.
I don't know who Chester is. Come with me.
Archer
Lovely
like
place.
leans his axe against like he like stares at the coat rack for a minute and just leans his axe against the coat rack, and it kind of just like creaks a little bit and then falls against the wall. Just kind of walks.
Please stop touching stuff. It takes you to a booth, sits you guys down, hands you some menus.
It's all of us on one,
There's-
and then Arktreon on the other, and the table has to be like
Poppy in the
scooted
middle,
way out
barely
for
seeing
him.
over the table with like Arktreon.
We need to get her a booster seat, guys.
We don't have time to go through all of this, but I do think that it's worth mentioning. I did kind of come up with a menu.
Please drop it in the Discord. Please.
Give us
so just
in the
menu.
Hightower Discord.
Give us the
there's
menu.
There's the breakfast of heroes. That's the breakfast section. The lunch section is the midday marvels. You have desserts of destiny, and then the beverages of bounty are the drinks. And then the one note that I do think is the most fun, under the beverages of bounty, there is a wizard's brew coffee, but each menu someone went through with by hand and scratched out wizard and just wrote magic man.
Wow.
I like your funny words, magic man.
10
Man
years, we still hate
beaches.
wizards, huh?
Magic man.
Yeah. You guys have an okay breakfast or lunch or brunch at IHOP. It's never gonna be something that blows you away, but you can swear up and down to Adaline that it's fine.
Good.
They're open 24/7. That's kind of the appeal.
The only appeal.
It's just a Denny's in my head.
Do Estrella and Elis get there in a more or less timely manner, or are we late? Like late?
Oh, I mean, you guys get there. It's the whole city is pretty walkable.
Okay.
But we are gonna jump ahead, so you guys have a fun little day out on the town, and you don't make more enemies out of your friends, and maybe you make some more friends out of your enemies. It's
But the night had just begun.
who's to say? At the end of the day, we're gonna start with you, Estel. At the end of a long and tiring day, you follow Giovanna into the main room of the schoolhouse, and there stands an elven woman that struck you as looking vaguely familiar somehow, even though you'd never met an elf before coming to this land. The woman asked if you were of House Cessaria, and then claimed to know who you were. And after a bit of confusion, you're able to figure out what about her seems so familiar to you. Her eyes and her hair. And we'll pick up where we left off with this woman looking at you and saying, I know you. How would you like to respond?
Perception check. Is that right?
What are you looking for? Do you want to see maybe if she's lying?
Yes.
Okay, roll an insight check.
A 7. Not good.
A 7. Yeah, you can't. If she is lying, you can't tell that she's lying.
Besides her hair and her eyes, what is she wearing? Can she at least observe what?
Yeah.
her outfit?
So she's tall, gaunt, gray eyes, silver hair. All of her clothes are made out of like natural materials, but more or less sewn together in a way that makes them appear like far more elegant than the individual pieces would suggest. Hard to guess her age as an elf. Could be 90, could be 900. Hard to say a lot of the time. But at the very least, she carries herself with an air of maturity, and she does have some worry lines on her.
Estel very quietly just says, "That's usually what adults tell children when they say, 'Oh, I've known you since you were a baby.' I don't know you, miss. Who are you?"
I'm so sorry. My name is Nilandra. Nilandra of KikiDoesStuff. We have not ever met in person before, but I know your name. I know your house. KikiDoesStuff is the name of the forest that surrounds your home village.
Estel kind of relaxes at the thought of someone finally knowing where she's from. "Do you know how far I am from KikiDoesStuff?"
I have no idea. I just got here 3 days ago. I popped up in the woods, and a small, angry elf man found me.
Oh, the one who needed coffee.
Yes. I believe that probably would have helped him. I've been here for 3 days. I've met some other elves of KikiDoesStuff. We assumed that there would be nothing else. It was just us. And then I heard your name called out from the arena, and I knew I needed to meet you.
Well, it's really nice to meet you. Estel just sort of looks over to her teacher, unsure of how to proceed.
Giovanna's kind of like, I don't know. She said she knew the Cessaria, and I know you said you were asking if anybody was here from the Cessaria, so I thought maybe.
Estel, she twiddles her fingers a little bit, a self-soothing thing, and then she just goes, Do you want some tea? If you've been traveling for a long time.
I want to get home.
Estel really nods at that and goes, "Yeah, I would like to go home too."
Surely, as a noble, you must know how to get home.
Estel just shakes her head and she looks to her teacher and she's like, "No, I got here completely on my own. I was trying to actually walk into the village, but kind of a pop noise happened, and then the next thing I know, I was in this forest, and then the elf man that helped you, he helped me get over here, and then I was taken in. I've been here for a few months."
I hope you will help us.
Estel starts to make her way over to the area that has like teas and stuff, and she just starts to brew. She's just nervous, so she's trying to do something with her hands just to keep her busy.
As you walk towards the tea, Nilandra reaches out and like grabs your arm and goes, "Please help us." At this point, Giovanna grabs her and just kind of like pulls her back a little bit and goes, "Okay, I think we've all had a long day, and we need to, let's sit down and have some tea."
Estel kind of holds on to the part of her wrist that was grabbed, and then she looks over back to the woman and says, What do you need help with? What happened? Is something wrong with the village?"
No, I heard a pop, and I'm here. There are about 20 of us elves from KikiDoesStuff. We're living here now. We've been here for some of us days and some of us weeks, and you're the first person that we've seen that might be of some knowledge.
She looks to her teacher and just goes, there's 20 of them? How many other people have been getting lost in these forests?
A lot. Let's sit down and talk. And as you guys kind of sit down and have your tea, Giovanna explains to you that over, like, the Great Forest has always had a connection to the Feywild, and therefore a lot of Fey sometimes pop up and pop out. It's a pretty common thing, but over the past, starting about 7 or so years ago, a lot more have been popping up. And as of a few months ago, the first time any 2 elves from the same place that's not here came through at different times. And she tells you that of the people who recognize KikiDoesStuff or your name, they're all elves. Like, you're the first not elf to come through. And so you're kind of, when your name was called, that was kind of like a lot of them went, oh, this might be our way out of here.
Do you know where everyone is grouped? Are we all together in a certain area?
Giovanna says, I can take you tomorrow. We're gonna jump.
Oh, sorry.
You guys can continue having this conversation tomorrow, as long as there's time. Giovanna will happily take you to. They kind of have just like not exactly an orphanage, but a refuge area for. They've just had it for a very long time because of the nature of the Great Forest, but they've since had to build like extra pieces onto it because of the last bit. And there's a lot of people that have come through and just decided, like, this is it. We're staying here now, and they kind of just live in Archid, or they've gone to like Two Rivers and stuff. But there is a refuge that she can take you to. And while you guys are having that conversation, Elis, you hear a pop. You feel a hand grab you, and before you can react, you are pulled through a planar rift. When the rift closes, you find yourself sitting on a wooden floor. Looking around you, you see tables, chairs, and bar stools. You're in a pub. You're in the pub. The pub before you renovated and redecorated it. Or at least a really well done recreation of it. To put into perspective how well this was made, if there was a movie adaptation of a book about the pub, the author of the book would definitely have been involved in the making of the movie. The pub is mostly empty, save for a few people who do not seem at all surprised to see you pop in from a different plane. At the bar, you can see a woman with her back turned to you, a gnome bartender whom you recognize to be Daystrider, and an alligator sitting upright in a bar stool drinking a 3/4 pint. It's all very Alice in Wonderland. Besides the 3 figures at the bar, there is one other creature in the pub. Above you, hanging upside down with his legs curled around a rafter, a tabaxi is looking down at you quizzically. He's got short, tan fur and dark brown eyes. He has a dagger swipe-sized notch taken out of his left ear. The whiskers on the right side of his face are noticeably shorter than those on his left. The armor he wears seems well-fitted, but also appears to be made entirely out of wood, like tree, not like somebody took some plywood and made armor. It's like a tree decided that it needed to protect this cat. He has no footwear. The undersides of his back paws are covered in thick calluses, and the fur around them is miscolored from all the dirt and grime that he walks through. You can spot random pockets of fur that are shorter than the rest. His arms dangle loosely down toward the ground, almost like he just kind of forgot they were attached. He's got multiple visible scars on each limb, and some of them have been freshly bandaged. His right front paw, though limp, still rests in a firing position for a bow. He could shoot while asleep if he needed to, and there's something about him that makes you feel like he has needed to. The fur on both front paws is scorched and singed. If he has ever had a second thought about anything, it's not been about playing with fire. And although he bears the marks of hundreds of battles, you cannot find a hint of him being hardened by any of them. He isn't battle hardened, he is battle tested, and you get the sense that he loves to test people. Even now, something about his face screams unbothered. This cat has no doubt faced certain death more times than he can even remember, and yet you are faced with the sudden realization that every person you have ever met and thought to be unbothered was actually very bothered. You take all of this in an instant. You have analyzed the room in fractions of a second after thumping to the ground. As the sound travels to the patrons of the bar, the woman seated there turns to face you, and you are hit with recognition like a tidal wave of bricks. Oh, hi, Els. How was your test? You look tired. It's your mother, looking unbothered. And that is where we're going to go to break.
Okay. Fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Chat, we will be right back because I need answers. But enjoy a phenomenal cut that our very own Annie made for us of the infamous burlap sack incident.
Word.
No. Why would you do that? Who said that? Curse.
Wait, why did you do that?
Get out.
Wait a minute.
It was Chester.
Oh, okay. Chester can stay. Chester gets a forbidden
Chester gets the Edward
Full
pass.
Metal Alchemist brother reference pass. Right in the trauma. And we're back.
Anyway.
The camera's over here. And we're back.
Where we left off, Elis fell through a planar rift, saw Daystrider, saw a tabaxi, saw an alligator, and also saw her mother. So we will pick up with the woman at the bar turning to you and saying, "Oh, hi, Els. How was your test? You look tired."
I think that Elis, upon landing in the bar and seeing this fucking tabaxi hanging upside down, her first instinct is to grab her cane, realizes it's not there, and then falls eyes upon her mother, and her heart just stops.
Well, yeah. Don't you recognize your own mom?
You're alive?
Oh, yeah, sorry. Maybe I should explain what's been going on. So, alive, yeah, for sure. I've been missing.
I know
From-
that part.
Right, okay, so 7 years ago, fell into some planar dimensional stuff. You know about all that, and I was just kind of bebopping around time and space, and one day I ran into, and she points to the tabaxi and goes, I bumped into Mentiroso here, and he was fighting, what was his name? He was fighting a god. What was his name? And Mentirosa goes, Hunger. And your mom goes, right, that's right, yep. He was fighting a god named Hunger, and the Mentirosa goes, lesser god. And your mom goes, sure, okay, yeah. Fighting a lesser god named Hunger. And he stopped for a moment and looked at me and was like, you seem out of place or out of time or both. So if you just give me a moment, I'll bring you back to a spot that I think is pretty safe for you until we can figure out where to go from there. And so he just, he went off and he finished the fight with the god, lesser god, and then he brought me back here. And I've just been sitting here with your Uncle Daystrider this whole time.
Okay, that's a lot to unpack. I think she's having a mental breakdown currently.
Sometimes I forget that I've been processing this for 7 years, and I guess, you would be getting all of it all at once, so... You want a pint?
I don't know what I want right now. Wait, hold on. Wait. Fuck. Shit. She fucking, looks up at Daystrider and just goes, "The you mean Uncle?"
Oh. I mean, I didn't really pick it so much so. I mean, Uncle on your dad's side. He never told. Okay.
No, I was a kid.
Yeah. About 20 years or so ago, your dad went out to fight. Well, he was here. Well, he wasn't here. He was in Laurent, where you are, where you normally are. You're here right now, but he was in Laurent with his dad, with my dad, with our dad, with your grandpa, and they were fighting in the rebellion.
I have more questions. I have more questions than I have ability to process answers right now.
As you're kind of just in that state, Mentiroso pops out, just no longer there anymore.
What was that? There was a tabaxi here.
He'll be back. They look over at the alligator and give it a beat and then go, no, he'll be back in a second.
Wait, that's the same sound that I put at Daystrider.
Yeah.
What the
Who do you
fuck?
think taught me? You think I just learned how to do that by myself?
You're supposed to be dead. Shut up.
It really depends who you ask.
Everyone says you're dead. Okay, you're supposed to be, points at Mom, you're supposed to be dead. I don't know why there's a gator here.
That's Albert. Mentiroso comes back, and he's not in the same spot that he was. He's a few feet above the ground, just off to the side. And there's a brief moment, sort of like a cartoon moment, where before he starts falling, he looks around and assesses the situation, and as he falls, he sticks all of his limbs out and catches himself on 4 different tables before without hitting the ground, and then pulls himself up, does a weird flip, and then lands, and now he's sitting crisscross applesauce on one of the tables. And Daystrider continues by saying, okay, yeah, so I may or may not have died.
What do you mean you don't know?
Well, I kind of know. So when I did die, my spirit, my soul, I was greeted by the whole pantheon of gods. They were apparently real proud of what happened or something. And so, for rewarding me for what I had done, they actually created this demi-plane here that you see, and when my spirit was welcomed into it, my father and my brother were here, and I got to talk with them for a little bit, and eventually, I suppose their spirits moved on, and I just remained here. And, no gods ever come down and check on me or not, and I'm not sure if they forgot I was here or what, but just kind of been hanging around. And then one day, Mentiroso popped in, and I said, "How'd you do that?" And he said, "Do you want the real answer or the fake answer?" And I said, "Either at this point." And he said, "Nah, I don't know. It just happens." So.
I'm so glad Deb was absent. Jesus Christ.
Oh, Els, don't say that. He wasn't absent. He was dead.
He was dead. He was dead. And, you know,
He
probably
wasn't
the best
absent,
fucking
he
thing
was
that's happened.
Dead.
Feffers giggles. Okay, this has been all fine and dandy and great. I would like to wake up now. This is a really this is a dream. This is an exhaustion-induced dream. I have been staring at fucking walls and goop for too long. I need to socialize more. Damn it, Adaline was right. Fuck.
Goop. Oh, you met Kit.
It's
Of course I
yes.
know you met Kit. I was the one that opened up the doorway to him, and I put your name in the little goblet or whatever to make you do the test. But
You I would like to go fucking strangle Day Strider. Did you put your name in the goblet?
He said calmly.
Calmly.
oh, don't be like that. You just needed to know how to use it. If you
Okay,
never
well,
got
to
that, you
make
never
it
would have left
first.
that gosh dang bar.
I needed to make it first. I couldn't have made it if I was on the fucking field. What if I didn't make it before then?
Did ya or did you not figure it out? Oh, by the way, he only works with someone that has my DNA in it, so you're welcome for that too.
I don't.
Okay, not
Don't
like I
fucking
just mean
remind me of that.
we're blood
Don't-
related.
No,
At least
don't
a little
remind me
bit.
of that. It's making me
I'm
sick.
gonna.
It's making me
It's-
viscerally sick, actually. You're like this tall, and she's still sitting on the floor and puts her hand lower than her shoulders.
Mentiroso watching this goes, "This is fun for me. Most of my family reunions end in violence too, so."
That's true, actually.
Mentiroso is gone again.
Yep. Okay.
And both your mother and Daystriders look over at Albert the alligator for a moment, give it a beat, and go, "He'll be back."
Okay. What is that? Why does he keep disappearing? Why does he just and is gone? What is that?
That is a great question. And he reaches under the bar and he grabs a very familiar looking machine and he puts it up on the counter of the bar and goes, "Well, that'd be your fault, really. Not really fault per se. He was already doing it beforehand, but now it's a little bit trickier. Mentiroso kind of travels through time and space on spite and spite alone. But when you made this machine, which I mean, wildly impressive, by the way.
Hey, thanks. You know, it only fucking destroyed my life and sent my mom into the astral plane.
Oh no, it did more than that. So what happened was, it didn't necessarily send her to the astral plane. No, it just sent her to a bunch of planes.
Yeah.
Mostly all at once. And then, because it required a ton of energy, it absorbed all of the planar energy that it could and then blew it all up out of nowhere. So now the yoke that separates the planes is a little bit thinner.
The yoke?
You're doing a great job of making me feel fantastic about myself.
Astral
right now.
yoke?
I'm so proud.
Oh.
The egg theory
I
lives.
mean, do you know how long it takes so many artificers to even reach the point of crafting intelligence and ability and knowledge to make something that can change the world, much less all of the worlds all at one time? Most artificers don't even reach the level enough to build something to change their city,
yeah,
and
it
yet
did. I don't think it changed it very much for good, because I know for one, I've been doing nothing but suffering since I made it, so I can only imagine how everyone else is doing.
oh, we're doing fine.
Yes, Mom.
Well, if it makes you feel any better, I was a bit scared there for a little bit. And then a cat took me to your uncle. And it took some adjusting, but, you know, we're doing all right here. Mentiroso is back, and once again, somewhere else in the pub, and once again scrambles to catch himself before touching the ground, and makes a point to not actually touch the ground. You're actually the only person touching the ground.
Yeah. I'm trying to ground myself, if you haven't realized. Okay. How do I know any of this is real? How do I know? I could be hallucinating
Solid
right
question, honestly.
You know, I guess you're just gonna have to live with not knowing.
No, I really don't need to not know. I need to know now. I have dealt too long with not knowing. I would like, for once in my life, to know something for sure.
What exactly do you think would help convince ya?
I don't fucking know. You've got a cat hanging from the ceiling. He's sitting now. You got an alligator at the fucking bar. You have my
Albert.
mother and my supposed uncle dealing drinks? Tell me what part of this sounds real.
Well, Els, you know your uncle and your grandfather ran the pub for decades, so that part really that makes a lot of sense. That part for sure.
I thought you meant they ran one like in the mountains. We had never seen them.
No, yeah, because they lived on an island real far away.
Christ.
You're living in their pub now.
Yeah, I know. I inherited it seems.
Sure. Please don't break anything.
Shoot fucking daggers at Day Strider. Oh, I've gutted the entire place.
I know.
Yeah. It was shitty furniture. Still is. Very gaudy.
Okay. Listen. I have a bunch of stuff I gotta tell you. Yeah, because probably at this point you're the only person here. You're like the only person here who can likely go back to to
What do you
Archid.
mean, wait, hold on. What do you mean likely? Am I stuck here?
Oh no. As long as that weird cat's here, someone's gonna be able to get out. But he doesn't control too much of what happens to him. And I can't seem to last more than 3 to 5 seconds on any other plane other than this one here. You saw a little bit of that. And your mother's not been able to do it this whole time. So I think because you have the strongest connection to the material plane, you'll be able to go through. I have a couple of thoughts and I have a couple of ways. But before you get out of here, I do have to tell you a few somethings.
Okay.
So, it is with my understanding and best thought experiments whatsoever that when the machine weakened the yoke between the planes, at some point, one of the existing planes started moving closer and closer to the plane in which you live. And more weird stuff has been happening between that plane and the one that you live on. Mentiroso says he goes there every so often just to see what's what. And he says it's someplace called Anyaspe. That seems to be what they're calling the planet there. So, if you know anybody from Anyaspe, you should keep them around because that they might know some stuff. It seems like, based off of Mentroso's experimentation and stuff, the planes are starting to connect right around where the Great Swamp is. Have you been there yet?
No.
Okay, so you're gonna, that's kind of where the planes are hitting right now, and he pulls one piece of the machine up,
Be careful with that.
just a small little bit of it, and he says, so this is what pulled in all of that astral, that planar energy that made everything blow up the first time. What you've done here is incredible, and I fear as though if you just had a piece of, I don't know, pseudo sentient biomatter to wrap this in,
I can travel the planes.
it might be able to hold the energy to make sure everything is good.
Okay.
At this point, whatever pieces of kit that you brought with you while you were tearing it apart.
She was in the middle of tearing apart, so there's just like a small ball of goo in her hand.
Yeah, so you would have felt that small ball tugging itself towards Daystrider the second you entered this demiplane.
I think baby wants its daddy. Fucking let Kit go.
Just very slowly, like, rolls and oozes towards, like, crawls up the bar. And Daystrider just goes, "Oh, Kit!" And he hugs it and goes, "This is Kit, by the way. I don't know if anybody's told you. This is Kit. He's my buddy." And he drops the... Oh, that's right. I did. Anyway, and he drops the battery, for lack of a better term, into the kit, and it just, like, folds itself around and starts, like, glowing. And he goes, now you got a pseudo-sentient piece of biomatter here. It should be able to, like, hold all the energy without letting it blow up all at once. He tosses it back to you. And he goes, most of the planar stuff right now is happening in the Great Swamp, so it's probably best that you go to the Great Swamp and see what's going on. Because if the planes get close and start making rifts, you can use that battery to absorb the energy of the rift and close it.
Okay, is there a specific way I'm supposed to... I didn't do too well on the planar curriculum, so what...
Sorry.
Is there a specific method I'm supposed to use, or do I just hold it up like a lantern?
I'm certainly hoping it's hold it up like a lantern, because I have not been able to test this out, and boy, do I hope you can figure it out yourself.
I'm using Kit like a fucking stress ball right now.
Mentiroso now just kind of, like, pokes his head down and goes, "If you're going to the swamp, you should bring an alligator."
I don't think I need an alligator. We already have a lizard.
A lizard's fine, I guess. I mean, it's not an alligator, but, like, any sort of, like, reptilian, for sure, gonna be a good help in the swamp.
Thanks, Cat.
You're welcome. Oh, also, very important, is Arktreon still alive?
You know him?
You know him?
Yeah, he was kind of on my team on accident. He tried to put me in a bag at one point.
Oh, that sounds just like him. Anyway, it's great that he's alive. Honestly, that's so great.
I mean, he could be dead. Last I saw him, he was eating more pancakes than I thought a lion could sustain, but...
Oh, yeah, no, it'll surprise you. No, it's... As long as he's alive, there's still a chance. Because there's...
Does he not control it?
And then Daystrider and your mother both look over at Albert, give it a beat, and then Albert...
Oh, he's not coming back this time, is he?
He always comes back eventually. But this one probably won't be back for a while.
Is that a Five Nights at Freddy's reference?
I always come back.
Yo, I always come back.
Does Ben know FNAF right now?
Oh, never mind. Sorry.
Ben does not strike me as a FNAF guy.
No.
No.
Maybe he was
Did
peer
not enter his
pressured.
cringe era.
Alright. The Day Strider continues by going, well, he said something about Arktreon. I don't know nothing about Arktreon, but I do know, just generally speaking, and I am theorizing hard right here, but my general guess is if you can somehow keep yourself nearby a creature that is so inherently tuned into the material plane that you live on, you might have a better chance of not being popped out of your plane.
Would a creature made of the stones of the earth and bones of animals work? I might know a guy.
He's up?
You know him?
Well, I never, knew him.
Wait,
But
wait. We're talking about the same one. Hole in the head, pops off like a twist top.
Yeah.
Ah!
He's up?
Yes, he's up. He's fucking freaking out. Well,
Does he-
I don't know if I would say freaking out actually. He seems to be adjusting quite well, but he has no memories.
Does he have free will?
I mean, he comes in and out as he wants, so I assume yes. It's quite puzzling. No one's around to puppet him.
Who knew I just had to die to make him work?
Is he yours?
Well, he's nobody's. He's got free will, but that was the plan, yeah.
So he started as yours, and then you just stopped paying child support?
Dad?
The free will thing means he was never mine, and that was the
No.
whole point.
Before the free will kicked in, did you make him?
Father.
It's a yes or no question, no. Don't make me drop kick you.
Oh, would you look at the time? It's beer.
That's not a time. Okay. All right, better question. Do you know how to fix him?
What do you mean fix him?
He's missing memories and he wants them back.
Oh,
I've tried
I
looking
mean-
inside, but his inner workings are nothing like I've ever seen before.
do you mean he's missing memories since the time he woke up, or?
According to them, yeah, that seems to be about it. No idea what his purpose or anything is. Probably is quite puzzling for someone who woke up fully mature.
Interesting. I will bring him in at the next convenience.
No, don't do that. Don't do
I'm-
that. That is my rock. I need him.
I'm gonna do it.
Please don't. I don't want to disappear from my plane.
Oh, no, I won't. You know what? That's a good point. I'll bring you too.
Thank you. How considerate.
You're welcome.
Poltergeist.
At this point, you start noticing your mother just kind of pointing her head towards a corner of the room.
Is it
And
the
there's
office?
they've made a bed for you.
Oh, that's so
And your
sweet.
mother goes, so we know that if we send you back right now, you're not gonna sleep. So
Elis has the very childlike look of a kid who got caught with their Nintendo under their pillow. Oh, mom knows.
So you're sleeping here, and when you wake up, we'll send you on back to where you're supposed to be. Okay? Don't argue, because me and your uncle both talked about this, and we both decided that that's what's best for you.
I would only argue with him. I still glare daggers once again at Day Strider.
Day Strider just flashes you a real big grin.
I would never argue with mom.
Aw. Hug!
Oh, sorry, I forgot to say. As soon as Mentiroso disappeared, and also Albert went away, Day Strider would actually come out from behind the bar, and then your mom would get off the stool, almost as if they were waiting for Mentiroso to not be there anymore before they could touch the floor.
So is this like a floor is lava situation, or was he gonna make fun of you both for being short?
4 years of the floor is lava.
Oh,
He has no idea that we just walk around when he's not here.
That's rough, buddy.
that's pretty funny, actually.
This is what it's like walking into your shop, Elis.
Hey, I get it from somewhere. I just didn't realize that somewhere was 2 feet off the ground.
Your mom does give you a hug, or at least attempts to.
Oh no, she's the second that her mom is close enough, Elis will bounce.
Oh.
Absolutely. She just like holds her in, and it's like hugging your childhood dog one last time, but it's 10 years after you lost them. It's one that she does not want to let go.
Ow!
Okay.
Why? What are you gonna say
that,
like that?
We are going to jump back to the material plane, back in Archid. The 4 of you that are still on the material plane. This is the next morning, so you know that you have to kind of start your day with the after test review. Do you guys want to go straight to the meeting, or does anyone want to check on Elis first, given
I think I
that?
would bring Elis breakfast and then also put a little bug in their ear, be like, hey, we got to go to the after thing meeting, just so you know. Hey, it's important. So I think there'd be a happy knock on her door. With eggs Benedict.
Yeah,
Eggs
you
Benedict.
The best
you enter the
breakfast.
pub. You enter the pub, and Elis is not there. And if
Or
you
her
were to
office
go
is
down
open.
into the lab, you would not find Elis either.
You see like a half disassembled kit. It's slightly melted with just a pile of goop on the floor.
Goop, where is Elis Goop? Goop!
And before you jump to freaking out, the other thought possible, it is unlikely, but it is still possible that she decided to go to the meeting on her own.
That's not true.
Adaline pops it in his head and is like, "That's false.
That's
a
false.
fake
God, I disagree.
That's a mimic.
Oh,
That's
no.
a mimic. That's a mimic.
Yeah. You're
Satan.
absolutely more than welcome to reject that line of thinking.
It is. We know her better.
Goop!
A lot of
I know the
curves, it's
council's made a
impossible.
decision, but granted it's a stupid ass decision, I've elected to ignore it.
Know it.
Estel like walks over to like knock on the door and sees Adaline and goes, "Oh, hi Adaline." And then I look over and be like, "Where's Elis?"
Where's Elis?
The two of them just panic with the eggs Benedict.
It's getting
Eggs are
cold.
Eggs are slopping on like the sauce is getting everywhere.
I don't like
Toast falls off the
change.
plate. Estelle just like looks over and just like,
I've just discovered
we
this.
tell it?
I
Do
don't
we
like
tell a
change.
teacher?
You
Maybe we
guys
should
see
tell
her
a
cane
teacher.
on the floor.
Tell the teacher.
Her kid? She was kidnapped. Estelle just runs out the door. And she
catch.
Estelle just like she's just hanging. She's like, but what if they were kidnapped?
It's gonna be fine. Elis, I'm leaving the eggs Benedict here by the bar.
We'll come after you later.
Okay. All right.
I'm fanning.
We don't.
Like I'm still hanging. Meanwhile,
We don't need to
I'm
panic.
just like trying to fan him.
We don't need to panic.
Right. She just nods.
Let's. Go ahead.
Arktreon and Poppy.
No, please.
No, I do want to ask, Arktreon and Poppy, would you guys have gone to the meeting room and just expected everyone to show up, or would you have gone to check on Elis knowing that she likely would not have just come on her own?
I just wanted to paint a picture of Arktreon painfully waking up with an engorged belly and bits of pancake and syrup all over his beard
And
or
jam.
his mane.
And
Oh,
jam.
syrup
They're
in the
like
beard is
hungover
awful.
from over
Syrup
Yeah.
in the beard is the worst.
There is
Poppy like
there is
burps up a blueberry.
there is a jar, an
Jester
empty
catches
jar of marmalade in Arktreon's hand. I love marmalade, by the way. And he's just like,
Is Arktreon technically? Oh shit! What's the bear? Paddington.
yeah, Arktreon kind of
Bear?
rolls off of his bed and just kind of face plants to the floor, and like slowly like the really shitty flute is playing in the background. And he's just like, it's like
I
making
think
his way.
uh,
At this point, he just knows he has the test, and he's just kind of grabbing whatever he can, wiping off all the smears. And he is just gonna head towards the review.
if I may, at this point, Estelle, if you're cool with it, as you're getting up, your door opens and it's a very panicked Adaline and Estelle.
Yes, very much so. I'm still technically I'm still being clung onto to Adaline. I'm just like this, being like, Arktreon!
Alice is not in her rooms.
Elis is missing! They don't even have their cane! They never leave without their cane!
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are like visibly shaking. Arktreon doesn't know what to do with this scenario. He's just
Holding.
kind of like,
I'm holding her.
Estelle
Like
is looking
Scooby-Doo
teary-eyed
style,
now.
scared.
Estelle is looking
Oh.
teary-eyed.
I think I can. Let's go talk to Shaxus and see if he knows where she.
To make sure Poppy's not gone too, and I give you
reach
Estelle
behind
and I
my
run
head.
to Poppy.
I was gonna say I reach behind my head and sticking to the back of my mane is Poppy. But
I love this party so much.
Chester is just a ball. He was so engorged on pancakes, he's just a circle. With little stubby hands and legs.
It's just. Oh my god! Chester! Who transformed you into a bowling ball?
Okay, we're all here. Yes.
Rather
Okay.
a ping pong ball. I'm sure you'll be fine.
I'm
He
sorry.
just sticks a tongue
I'm
out of
sorry
you.
for reacting in this way.
It's okay.
I will comport myself.
Right. Let's go tell a teacher, and maybe they will know where she is, because I don't think she would have gone to the review.
Right.
Is she not in her
and Arktreon does like a little hand move. He's just like,
laboratory?
No, she's not there. I brought her eggs Benedict. Arktreon, sorry.
it's okay.
I wanted to bring her tea because she doesn't like to eat that much, and I thought something caffeinated would help. She's just crying.
The green ring is like a panicky purplish pink.
I will say someone in the chat goes, the burlap sack doesn't help when she's missing.
She looks over to Poppy and is just like, "Can Chester sniff magic?"
Chester? And then he just kind of like tries to do a salute, but he can't because he's so fat.
She's just looking over to Chester, being like, "Chester, can you sniff magic? Do you know something nefarious happened?"
Spells do I got? Chester's gonna cast Detect Magic. The salute.
Estelle just holds Chester up as if it's like a homing beacon.
So you guys would know all of your instructors are gonna be at the review.
We should
So
tell
if you
a
wanted
teacher.
to tell a teacher, all of your teachers would be there.
I was planning on asking Shaxus if he. So I'll kind of collectively grab everybody and kind of usher everybody out the door as we head towards the. Everyone's like frantically like, all right, here we go.
Yeah. So
Estelle just gets
the
pushed and
review-
she's just teary-eyed still, holding Chester, crying.
The chest sphere.
The chest sphere.
Chest sphere.
I gotta give that
Her
one to
friend-
chat.
One
said
friend
it.
is missing, another turned into an orb, one's covered in grease and God knows what kind of syrup, and another is a pile of rocks that's looking like they're about to fall apart.
We handle stress well.
Yeah, I
So
very
here's
much
a-
thought I was the steady one. Sorry, go ahead. It turns out I need
This is,
Arktreon to be the steady one right now.
This is a bit of a description that we're going to launch into, and I will open it up to you guys at the end of it. The after-test review is held in Communal Lecture Hall B. It is on the 3rd floor of the front office building. If you guys look at the map of Archid that I sent, that one black rectangle kind of out in front is the main hall, the front office building. When you walk in, you're greeted with the sights and smells of the boring parts of a John Hughes movie. The hall is designed to comfortably seat over 100 students, but currently there are 9 students, 9 instructors, and Lil Bonbon, whatever his position is.
Nice.
When the last of you finally walks in, it becomes apparent to everyone Elis is not here either. Lil Bonbon seems to have already come to this conclusion, and he just starts addressing the 9 of you without waiting any further. He says, "Welcome to your first after-test review. From this point on, in the narrative, any of you are welcome to interrupt or jump in at any time." Which I imagine.
I love the idea of everybody yelling at once. Like, welcome everybody. Oh my God!
Don't you care about your
Just a reminder.
Now they can push into the room, and now we're here.
Everybody calm down. Calm
You
down.
remain calm.
I am calm.
I hug Poppy.
What seems to be the issue? And do not say Elis is not here.
But that is the issue.
But that is the issue. You have a student missing.
Is that an issue, or is that to be expected?
No, it's
Hold
definitely.
on. Wait a minute. It's a trick. This is a part of a secondary test of some kind.
He's a mimic.
No. When you say missing, do you mean from the room, or do you mean in...
Our fantastic and illustrious Elis always takes her cane with her. She needs it. It was in the room. And so was the goo. And the eggs Benedict. It's
Okay, I truly wish I could understand what it is you're trying to tell me right now.
You mean to tell me that someone who stays in their laboratory the entire time working on inventions and it has to use a cane and they're missing, and you're gonna tell us and look me in the eye and say to me that that's not normal? Where else would she be?
without her cane. We have to drag her out of there.
At this point, Shaxus stands up aggressively. and
Oh
says,
my
I
god.
have something to say. Who is Elis?
I throw my hands up in the air.
Oh my god. I'm just about this tall, brown short hair, glasses, very mean. Almost had to put her in a burlap sack. And
They're not mean, they're just highly
Oh, I remember.
selective.
I remember you telling me about the sack. Yes.
yeah. She's gone. And at all the places that she would be, she's not there.
She was in the test. She's supposed to be here now.
She's a member of this team, and she is missing, and I will not do the review without my full team.
Yes.
She needs to know that
All
she
for one, one for all.
At the end of that sentence, Arktreon, you guys hear a... And then falling to the floor in front of you is Elis.
Fuck, not again.
I rolled a catch.
And
Roll the cat. Estelle just immediately starts hugging and crying, be like, I thought you died.
yeah, go ahead. You can make a dexterity saving throw. She's
Okay.
not. She's in like diveable range. She's not like
Yeah.
right in front of you.
I'll dive.
I'm not in
I'll
very
dive.
range.
You said dexterity? I'll do that.
Do we bring the cane?
Dexterity save.
Oh my god, if they both fail, would they just
16.
bump into each other?
16. Yeah, you dive for her,
Oh shit, wait.
and you
That's
get your
wrong.
hands under her, but it's after you've like hit the floor yourself. So like you're
15.
lying flat on the floor, and she just hits the palms of your
15.
hand. And then Shaxus goes, "Is that Elis?"
Yes.
Fuck you.
And I will pull my
I have
spine
found
out
yes.
and let her use it as a cane.
Your spy?
Yeah, it becomes my gun.
Okay. I thought you said her spine first.
No! I've got you!
Jesus.
Back.
Shaxus just triumphantly like puts his hands on his hips and goes, "I found her," and then sits back down.
Oh.
Thank you, Shaxus. Estelle
Steam.
cries.
Steam.
Elis is currently laying in lion paws that have like kind of embedded into her second spine, which is embedded into her real spine.
Alright.
They are retractable.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I'm
No,
oven
not
mitts
his,
right
not
now.
His claws. It's her back brace that's impaling her. And then has like an Estelle on top of her. And just, okay, all right, thanks. Off, please, everyone, off.
Estelle looks and realizes she's causing harm. Oh, no, I'm so sorry. She just starts to get up and, like, tries to offer a hand to help her up.
Arktreon is still holding her, and then he just kind of gets up and goes,
Oh, sorry.
puts her like back down.
Do you need your cane? Should we go get your cane?
Spine.
Oh.
Skype,
Okay.
who is just kind of like sitting in the back of the lecture hall at this point, goes, "That was a familiar noise. Where'd you come
Yeah.
from?"
You're not gonna believe this. The pub, but not the pub that's here.
What part of that am I not supposed to believe?
You know a day strider gnome?
All 9 instructors like perk up.
Yeah, I found him at the pub at the end of the universe.
It's just the last quarter of the pub.
Yeah, it's 1/4 pub now, but
Real quick, Kiki.
Yeah.
I forgot to mention that, but I fully intended on making the demi-plane a reference to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the restaurant at the end of the universe.
Inspiration.
She already has inspiration from
Oh.
last week when
I
she guessed
do.
the Scooby Gang.
can I pass it on? Can I give it to someone else?
Sure.
Can I
Well,
give it to
here,
Australia?
we'll do it this way. The 4 of you remaining, how many of you have read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy?
I watched
Read
it.
and
And
watched.
Okay, Australia may have the inspiration.
Oh.
That was gonna be the right way.
If you look top right corner of your character sheet, should be an empty square that says inspiration. Just click on that, and like a little image should appear. You can use inspiration anytime. Whenever you roll a d20 and you're like bad roll, you can use the inspiration to re-roll and take the higher one.
A one-time use.
Okay.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, is the plane at the end of the universe, and everybody's just kind of like, there's just immediate chatter about you having found Daystrider.
Okay, he's dead but not dead. It's really fucking weird. I don't want to talk. There was a gator and a lion. Not a lion. You're a lion. Fucking some sort of like panther. I don't know. I've never seen one of those before.
Cleric Chuck, at the sound of gator and panther, goes, "Oh no."
Yeah, I wish I could not understand the feeling you're experiencing right now, but unfortunately I do experience it.
Is the cat coming too?
I hope not. He might
You
though.
and
He seems to be
people.
the most mobile.
Hey, what's wrong with cats?
There's nothing wrong with cats. You're lovely.
You're not the
heading
same one.
your hand because the only thing that Poppy can reach.
Just getting stuck in the syrup.
Estelle tries to pet, but realizes she's now stuck a little bit because there's some syrup on it. She's trying to like pry her hands off.
Oh God, someone would press D, please. Syrup in the hip and the beard is like.
At this point, Lil Bonbon kind of looks down at you and goes, just very skeptically goes, Did he tell you to do anything?
Oh, they all spoke a lot. Which one
What did
are
they
you
tell you
referring
to do anything?
Daystrider or the cat?
Either one?
Yeah, there's a kind of a hole in time and space, and we kind of need to fix it.
As soon as you say yeah, Lil Bonbon gets really excited and he starts running out of the room and he goes, "A quest!"
No.
And he like runs out and then pokes his head back in and goes, "When you kids are when is it just you? It doesn't matter. Whoever's going on this quest,
meet me down in the main lobby of the front of the shop. I'll be so exciting. And then he runs out the room.
Does that mean us?
Yes.
Yeah, I hope so.
And I start like walking. Poppy's still stuck to my syrup hand. Gets yoinked
I
a
am as
little
well.
bit. Yeah.
On the
My arms
Just
are behind me.
Dragging
I'm
Poppy
waiting
and
above me.
Estelle.
I wish
Dude,
Skype-
Estelle instinctively just grabs her Adaline to just follow suit.
Skype does kind of stop you guys for a moment and goes, listen, just because you took some fucking stupid test together doesn't mean you gotta go on a goddamn quest together, all right? If you guys don't got a reason to go, you don't gotta go.
I kind of
Where
need
do
that
you
one.
want to go?
But they're my friends. Why wouldn't I go with them?
Ellis, who did you point at when you said?
Adaline. I kind of need that one.
And I need this one. I point
I
at
need
That's-
that one.
Yeah.
Listen,
I need
that's
this.
fine. You can. I don't know nothing about
I
the
need
rest
these
of you.
ones.
This one's
Poppy
in my
points to
class.
Estelle.
You can take him. He'll be fine. I'll be fine. Actually, I'll be better without one more student. You got a reason to take the rest of them?
Give us a recess and we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I will get back to you after we're done with.
And I'm like slowly scooching out the door, like
when we're done with this.
Slowly but surely inching Poppy and Estelle.
yeah, and I just yoink everybody out.
As Estelle's like grabbing Adaline.
Again, spine removed, given to
Yeah.
Ellis as Kane.
Ellis takes your spine and just kind of puts down, and this is a lot heavier.
All right. Well, let's.
Thank you, it's real.
We'll.
We'll get
Yeah,
you,
well.
we'll get you your cane. It's just gonna be for a bit.
Do you not need this, Adaline?
No, I'll need it if I ever need to shoot, but
Okay. You
it'll
know,
work for now. Yes.
I would prefer for you to be armed, so I'm going to give you back your spine. And I'm just going to lean on you, okay? Don't overthink it.
Yes, of course. Of course.
And she just kind of like very lightly like hooks an arm in Adeline's arm.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Rock hard abs.
Alright, let's,
Yeah.
As you
Biceps of a
guys,
champion.
as you guys kind of make it down to the lobby, Lil Bonbon is standing there with 5 packs, like backpack-sized things, and he's just so excited. And he hands each one of you a pack. He's like, I don't even care who's going on this quest. See, I assume all of you are going on. It doesn't matter. Take a pack. And he hands it to you. He goes, these are quest packs. They were brought up. It was my idea. Everybody goes on a quest, which happens quite a bit sometimes. Everyone gets a quest pack. A quest pack is a basic explorer's pack with a few additional things. Inside of it, you have the basic explorer's pack. You have a cloak bearing the seal of the School of Life Essence. You have a map of the island, 5 gold pieces each, and each of you also gets a potion of greater healing.
When you say each, does that also mean Chester?
You can ask this question in character.
I think you. Where's Chester's bag? It needs to be a little smaller. because
already
he can't
weaving
carry-
together a
he
little
can't carry like a
tiny
big one,
backpack.
but he does also need a bag.
The
Oh.
lizard needs a pack.
See,
Hold on one moment. And he runs back, and he comes back with just like an assortment. And like some of them are very, very clearly designed for just like smaller creatures, and like if like a fairy, perhaps there's like a tiny one. And he goes, technically this is just, for display, because you obviously cannot fit a potion of greater healing in a bag this small, but perhaps we can give a little. And there's like inside of it, there's just like one piece of like almost Barbie doll sized cloth that's mostly the same as the cloak you guys are wearing, but it's just much too small to get the level of detail.
perfect. Thank you. Just hands it to Chester. And They've had a nice big burp, so they're not as round anymore.
They deflate a little
Jester
bit.
disappears inside of your hair with the cloak, and there's just a lot of rustling, and eventually he pokes his head back out, and he's just got the hood sitting.
So dapper.
Did you give the lizard a potion and a map too? Because he's probably gonna need it.
Okay, please don't do this to me.
Do what?
I had a backpack and a cloak. Please don't.
Just put it in a tiny little like dropper.
Listen. How about you tell me where it is you're supposed to be going, and then you go get ready for your quest. And when you come back here on the way out, I will maybe have something. And if I'm not here when you come back, just go on without me because I couldn't figure it out.
How about I keep that information up here and you give us an A on the test?
Oh, you all passed the test.
Excellent.
Clearly.
We'll see you later.
We didn't actually get to that part of the review. You all passed the test, although you do have things to work on, but of course you're all a quest now, so when you get back from the quest. Okay, you're doing good. Just, if you're going to somewhere on the island, I can give you advice on how to get there.
Just like ruffles through bag, pulls out map, keeps going.
I will stay behind and gather information about where we need to. Oh, I don't know where we're going.
Yeah, we all put the backpacks on and we're just like staring at Elis like,
Okay.
Elis, the
Where are we
little
going?
Bonbon just kind of opens one of the maps and goes, well, if it's somewhere on the island, at least I can tell you this. If she brings you to the Aberrant Peaks, a lot of hiking, mountains and caves. There are some tribes of Goliath and dwarves that live up there, and so they're very friendly people. They're just, if you need help, those are the creatures there. And then he points to the Great Forest and goes, some of you are aware of the Great Forest. If you walk around the Great Forest, just be very careful because it moves around a lot. Two Rivers, I highly doubt an interplanal quest will bring you to Two Rivers as a destination, but it is a city that is marvelous. In my youth, I spent many a weekend in Two Rivers. And then he points to the Great Swamp and he goes, if you're going to the Great Swamp, I do not know what to tell you. I have never been there. Everybody I know has never been there. We're not entirely sure what is in the Great Swamp. However, if you are to go to the Great Swamp, I highly recommend you stop for the night in Two Rivers, because being in the Great Swamp at night sounds like a bad idea.
Right.
Estelle is taking
swamp
out
bag.
a pen and a paper and is just looking at the map and just like circling like swamp with like an X mark the spot, kind of like not in a good way, just a like skull and crossbones being like danger area, no nighttime. And then she's like looks at the the Two Rivers and be like, good place, much fun, such great, wow.
Wow.
And little Bonbon at this point just kind of shuffles you all out the door and says, you have much to do to prepare. I don't know. I have no idea what you have to do to prepare. I also don't know when you're supposed to be leaving for this quest, but like, you can't prepare here. So go prepare for your quest.
Estelle looks over and be like, I think we're probably gonna need some other things, like, you know, maybe like a lamp or some playing cards, some rations, some soap.
Soap's good.
We are going to go to our second break now, and when we come back, you guys can mention anything that you may have done to get ready for this, and we will potentially start our journey.
Woo.
please.
We're back.
And that's how I
Excellent,
found out that they were entirely adopted.
These
Oh
memes.
my god, that makes
are
sense.
God
Yeah.
tier.
I hope that they come up with a next episode soon.
I will.
The memes.
Dememes.
Or-
I will
Dememes.
definitely start. I'll collect these and if any and put like a little slideshow for the starting soon and the BRB and stuff like that.
We need it. Oh my
You-
god.
you live
I
for
just saw the
memes.
Chester fan art. You're the sweetest. He looks so cute.
Where's the Chester fan art?
We spent half of the break looking at memes.
Oh my god, it was so good.
Alright.
So good.
These are great.
Hopping back in. Is there anything you guys wanted to mention about doing before? Okay, right. We'll start with you, Adaline.
I will, because I'm a ranger, kind of naturally happy to take like the guide role of plotting our course and stuff like that. I'll sit down with a map, probably bother a few people if need be, like Skype about and kind of figure out a route and learn of any dangers I might be able to avoid.
Do you know where you're going yet?
Ellis, have you caught us up on where we're going?
If you can catch up to her, I mean, she's only walking, so it's not going to be very hard. But if you catch up to her, she's like, oh, yeah, we're going to the swamp. So.
Excellent. And yeah, I will try to get kind of a game plan going.
You plot a course. Everyone else, meet me in the pub whenever.
Yeah, I think somewhere in the Discord, I sent a map of the island.
I'm not gonna actually do the figure out a route. I'll just.
Well, I was gonna. There's just a road. There's a main road that connects Archid and Two Rivers. Everybody you talk to nobody you've spoken to has said they've spent time in the Great Swamp. It's generally just a place that people don't want to be. It is hot and humid and miserable. And anybody who lives there does not want to be bought. Like, why else would they live down in the swamp? And it's a good idea to rest in Two Rivers if you are going to head out into the swamp.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll set the course accordingly.
Estel goes to the apothecary to go collect some more potions and stuff. She needs medicine.
She does. We will, off stream, the two of us can discuss what types of potions and stuff that you can add to your inventory.
Sure.
Because I have to look through what the options are too.
Me too. What a coincidence.
So much in common.
Elis, are you offering Kit as a mode or means of transportation?
Yeah, she got back into her workshop and she's dismantling the previous kit and then realizes that the kit that she needs, she probably can't get out of the underground. So she moves to the main area of the pub and starts reassembling kit there.
Big enough to carry everyone, or?
Oh yeah, no, big enough to carry everyone.
Oh.
Okay. That is the important part.
I can imagine like Estel like haphazardly passing Ellis a wrench every once in a while.
Well, that's actually, it's more gonna get goopy. It's kind of just better to use your hands with this. Thanks,
Oh.
though.
Poor
Just, like,
Estel.
Watch her like grab it and she stretches it and then it stays stretched and she grabs another piece and she stretches it and it stays and it starts to kind of like morph into something more.
Estel just claps, like really transfixed, and is looking over at her schematics just to watch at least.
There is a thing with Kit. Creatures that aren't just Elis are allowed to put their own life essence into Kit, which will make him stronger, if you so choose. If that is a thing that you would like to do, Estel, then we can game it as you can feel some of your life energy like being drained into Kit as you're holding on to it.
Kind of watch like as Elis is making it, she gets like a certain point down and then it's just like this kind of wave of fatigue, like something is sucking the life out of her, and it doesn't take long to realize after she gets like a certain point every time that it's the same thing. It's Kit is taking life out of her.
Estel notices and immediately just puts a hand straight on Ellis to stabilize them because they suffer chronic pain, and Estel does not want Ellis to feel pain.
Man, Freud really came through on that RP. I believe by 10th level you would have the Aura of Communion.
Aura of Communion. Okay.
Which, as Paladin, as long as somebody is within 10 feet of you and uses one of their abilities that costs life essence, they can you can allow them to use your life essence, your hit dice instead.
Sure.
Cool.
What do I roll?
Oh, you don't roll. It just happens passively. It's just anytime someone within 10 feet of you uses a thing that costs hit dice, you can allow them to take yours instead of theirs.
Can we get enough rest so that by the time we set off, I'm full up on hit die?
No.
Okay.
But, well, I mean, you guys are more than welcome to just not leave today, but...
This feels relatively urgent.
You will be getting another... if you do stay in Two Rivers, you'll be sleeping again before getting into the actual swamp, so...
All right, that works.
Yeah.
The yoke of the universe rests on our shoulders.
Yeah, Estel will
And
gladly.
it's gooey and messy, so we gotta
Estel
go.
will gladly do that for Elis. Elis is, she really doesn't want Elis to be in any pain.
Okay, Elis, yeah, you can feel some life essence that isn't yours starting to, like, more or less seep into you and use itself.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
There's a
Does
lot of paperwork to go through.
Yeah. Does Estel like give how many? Does Estel have to name how many hit die they're giving, or?
So there's two ways. One thing, the way that she's using her aura, they count as your hit dice. You're just using hers instead. The other way is if she just holds on to Kit and puts her hit dice into Kit directly. But I think she's going with the aura, so it's just the amount of hit dice you're using, but you also have access to her pool.
Okay. So I need 11 total for the shit that I'm making. And I only got
How many
7,
do you have?
So
You have 7?
I will need the other 4.
Do you need more so this way you have some extra?
Elis is kind of like sitting there a bit confused because at this point, like, she usually starts bleeding into it. How are you doing that?
With conviction, Estel just panics.
Oh.
Do you need more? I can give you more.
You've given enough. Please don't push yourself for this.
Well, if anyone's pushing themselves, it's really you.
Yeah, but I mean, I get to sit in the kit, so really, how much can I do?
Plenty.
Yeah, we'll see about that. Kind of grimaces a little bit.
Estel sort of pauses and goes, "Do you want me to make you some tea?"
You know what? That would actually be really nice. There's a kettle behind the bar.
Estel beams because this is the first time that Elis has even said yes to anything willingly from Estel. So she just like rushes over immediately and starts to make it.
I'm just gonna watch her as she does, and then eventually turn my attention back to Kit and keep going. Yeah, it's gonna take like an hour to make this, so.
I'll enter at this point, having brought pizza for the gang. I don't understand food. I just know that the fleshy folk need it. And just open the door. I've got dinner for everybody.
I have tea.
Nice.
Adaline, how tall are you?
I am
The highest point.
I'm about 5'8".
Okay. It just like stretches this wall a little bit taller. Ah shit, how tall is Archid? It stretches it more.
Estel sort of like attempts to be like, I think he's like 2.5 me.
Maybe I could put a sunroof.
Just mane in the wind.
And just continues to go ahead and make things. At some point, doesn't really matter who all appears, but it just kind of like turns towards everyone Is it just me, or is it every time that I go in the square, there's more people there than there should be?
I can attest to that.
It's more, right?
Yes, of the past couple of months, I believe it was, we've had quite an influx, an increase of people appearing in the forests, in the Great Forest.
There's 20 people that are from my village. My teacher had a person come by, and apparently they said that they had known me, but there's just a whole group of elvish people that have been popping up. And is anyone from where you lived, have they popped up as well?
No, I took a boat here, and in fact, the only people that I know from where I am are on another plane.
I woke up in the woods.
Yeah.
But like, that was like the beginning.
So, I just kind of like look over at Estel. Where are you from?
Estelle sort of pauses and goes, apparently not anywhere near anywhere this is. Because I tried looking endless times. Estelle tries to like pull out the map, and she just like shows it and goes, none of this exists where I'm from at all. And
Laurent didn't exist to me until I got on a boat, so.
Right. But Estelle just sort of like rolls up the map and tries to like put it back haphazardly into the sack. But she just goes, but I don't know. Every single time I try to even look for it, it's like it's gone. Like people don't even know if it exists, and I know it exists.
Well, if it helps. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I just kind of take that information in.
If, Astraea, you want me to remind you of the names of the city or continents or anything.
Sure.
If it helps.
Your
Sorry, I thought
city name is Aldemer-Desaria.
Ooh. Good name.
It's very, very loosely translates to the Emerald of the Cessaria, which named after her noble ancestor that settled the place.
Nice.
You're from the country of Maresme.
Renesmee?
Maresme. On the continent of Arcelonia.
Very Spanish of you.
Sorry, one more
Well,
time
if you
for the
flip
content.
around the letters of
I know
Añaspe,
what-
you might end up with España.
Sorry.
Yeah, go
Can
home.
you say the continent one more time?
Arcelonia.
Arcelonia.
Barcelona.
Lovely. Okay.
Just wait until we
city
get to the
is
swamp.
Aldemer-Desaria, country is Maresme, and the continent is Arcelonia, right?
Yep.
Okay, thank
And
you
the
for
world-
that information.
If it helps.
Añaspe.
Huh?
Añaspe.
Anyas.
Write that down.
I am.
If it
I'm a
helps.
forgetful person.
The existence of all these other people from where you're from proves that it exists out there, and it might not be easy to reach, but it doesn't mean it's not possible. Pizza?
Estelle just
feeling it's-
smiles and immediately just takes a slice and gives them tea in return. Oh, you have to blow on it. You have to blow on it before you drink it. It should. Oh,
Adaline doesn't drink things.
I mean,
It's
it's
a
made
very
out of. It's leaf juice.
It's a very, very kind gesture. I mean, all right, one time for the
Fuck
one
it.
time, and
Shotgun it.
I will do the. I'll throw it back, and it will.
Estelle
like
just
a
immediately goes, "Wait, it's hot! It's hot!"
And as kind of like a Febreze misting out the back of the head.
Estelle just looks so dumbfounded. She's just like, "Oh my goodness, a cloud."
2 points of fire damage.
You weren't kidding.
I said it was hot.
Ow, my face hole.
Estelle just like half-assedly tries to offer a cold water.
Oh,
now.
I'm perfectly. You know what? Sure. The room is like
He has
slightly
created a
more humid.
bonfire in the middle of the floor.
Oh no! Whoa! Wait a minute! Hey,
Just nobody's paying attention. They're just like,
just like, yeah, it is hot. Does anybody hear? Does anybody smell something? Oh my god!
Estelle
Hey,
looks
hey,
over.
whoa, hey! Don't. Can we not do that? No. Don't summon.
just sticks their hand through, like, but magic.
No. Fire safety. Okay, that's not in. We have lanterns. You know, we have lanterns, and they don't use fire, and I think they're pretty cool. So.
Estelle looks
Chester's
around.
cold.
Okay, well maybe you should have Chester have some tea.
Has anyone seen
Really
Arktreon?
is nice.
As you say that, there's a slight pause, and
Pause?
it pans over to Arktreon standing in the cafeteria with the traveler's bag, having like an argument back and forth with the cafeteria lady, just like,
Put the meat in the bag. I need this.
Listen, sweetie, I ain't gonna put no meat in your bag. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make the meat, I'm gonna put it on a plate, and what you do with it when I turn around is your business, not my business.
I will save you the effort. I will take it raw and I will put it in the bag. And then we will. You don't even have to work. Just throw it in the bag.
Legally? Can't do that, sweetie.
Put the meat in the bag.
I see nobody here.
There's hundreds of people.
Nobody.
Yeah,
of
he's too tall.
Arktreon is
They're
just
not
like
at eye level.
nobody.
They don't exist.
Where are
It is
you?
It's a massive cafeteria, and it's used by like the students, the staff, but also like city workers are
Oh, wow.
very welcome to just come and eat for free.
Wow.
Fine. Well, please make it hurry. This, I think our caravan is leaving.
Yeah, sweetie, there's new cooked meat comes out every 5 minutes. Just give me.
All right. Hurry, please.
Okay. Act like you never eaten before. All right.
Plus, it's Arktreon. He could lean over and just like he's being nice
Roll for initiative.
So
against the lunch
the way
lady.
that I picture it, it's kind of like, I picture it in my head the same way that like I was at with the military. All the food's behind that glass thing,
Yeah.
but it's made into plates that are like well balanced, and then all the plates are just put out on top, so you can just come by and grab whatever it is that you want.
Arktreon does that thing where he puts his hand on the glass and slides over all of them, and they just fall one by one into my traveler's sack.
Arktreon's just
Oh
like,
no,
a
it's mashed potatoes and
well-balanced meal.
gravy today.
Kids these days.
Bad day for soup.
Soup for my salad.
Super
With that being said,
like-
anything else you guys want to cover before we head on out?
That's everything
Cool.
for me.
You guys hit the road all in Kit. What does Kit look like right now?
I'm so
Elis?
glad you asked. So, so everybody piles into the pub, and Elis is like, "All right, we are good to go." And she hits Kit one last time, and this like goopy gelatin surface kind of shimmers, and then all you see is a 1967 Chevy Impala.
Yeah.
We're riding in baby. Let's go.
I speak in my language.
Yes. And it
Estelle
does
rolls
kinda-
down the window immediately and just is like, let's go.
It does look like it's lifted just because there had to be an extra, like, they had to be taller so that we can make a longer, like, foot room for Arktreon and Adaline. So it's just a little bit longer than it should be. But it looks hella dope. And she's like, all right, everybody get in.
I call
Elis-
shotgun.
Elis doesn't know how a car is supposed to work, so the wheel is in the middle of the first bench.
Amazing. I love it.
That's awesome.
Is there a roof or is it open?
There's like
Oh.
There's
Please
a
be a
tiny
roof.
little hole where Arktreon can go.
Yes. I was gonna like literally push my skull through the roof if there wasn't gonna be one. So
Jesus Christ.
like the dinosaur from Flintstones when they get to the movie theaters had like
Yeah.
shoots. Yeah, it was gonna be that.
It's open, but specifically where the cat goes.
One of those cat domes, a little backpack.
Oh my god, yes. It's a
You
cat.
guys start driving. You all set out with your sights on Two Rivers. The sun is out. There's not a cloud in the sky. As you are leaving Archid, any resident that sees you just gives you smiles and applause. The whole town is aware of what a quest looks like, and they cheer people on as you go. It is a bit unnerving to see everyone and everything exist in harmony with the universe while I guess only Elis at this point is living with the knowledge that the universe is experiencing anything but harmony.
Yeah, she doesn't want to
If
bring it up.
If this were just a story, a high school English teacher might use it as a fun example of dramatic irony. And I had a couple things for the journey itself, but we're just gonna, it's mostly an uneventful trip, so we're gonna skip right to the good part.
It's a very
Can we
bumpy
skip
ride.
to the good part?
Yeah, it's because there's several
Random tree
masses
comes
of
by and
people
just-
in here.
Smacks me in the head.
Oh!
You still with us?
After
Okay.
about 4 hours or so of travel, you guys finally start to see the city wall crest over the horizon. As you get closer, you can appreciate the sheer magnitude of not only the wall, but also the Mermentau River and the bridge that spans it. The Mermentau
I'm sorry.
is vast, and no, you're fine. This is another little narrative thing, so I'll have a moment at the end that invites you guys to interact. The Mermentau is vast and powerful. The first people to settle land that is now Two Rivers must have been incredibly impressive. They were able to accomplish such an incredible feat, and this was before magic was as understood and widespread as it is today. It's like looking back at the most impressive thing you've ever done after finally getting an Adderall prescription and just going, how did I do that?
Tony Stark
that
built
out.
this in a cave.
The bridge is in a class of its own. It's wide enough for two carriages to ride side by side down it with room left over for two people to walk on either side. It's originally made out of stone, but has had many technological upgrades as the technology itself has become available. There's also strong magic infused within every piece of the bridge. Anybody with any amount of arcane proficiency can feel it in the air from a mile away. And as if that wasn't good enough, there are 4 city guardsmen standing in front of a 25-foot-high metal gate, like the thick chocolate exterior of a Kinder Surprise that stands between a feral toddler and a choking hazard.
Estelle sticks her head out the window, just so amazed, and just goes, "Wow, look at those flying buttresses!"
I spy with my little face hole.
Next time, I am installing a soundbox in this.
Getting
Oh, come on, Ellis, it
Onto-
looks so nice.
Getting onto the bridge now, 2 things that you notice. One, if any of you have any arcane aptitude, which should be everyone except for Arktreon, you guys can feel just the danger that is the magic that resides within this bridge. Arktreon, you don't feel magic per se, but you are an experienced hunter and barbarian, and it's not a magic sense that you get, but it is like a uh-oh kind of thing. There's a very general air that you all can perceive of, if I'm going to act a fool, I should do it before I get onto this bridge.
Estelle pauses
Getting-
and looks to the group and goes, "Is it just me? It looks so nice from before, but I kind of have the heebie-jeebies. Is that... I can't be the only one, right?"
It's kind of this entire island.
Surely it must be defenses. So, if anything, it's a
I can
good thing.
dispel it.
No, no,
It's
no,
a
no, no,
party,
no, 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 no.
party town? Why would they need defenses?
I mean, maybe. It's always good for a city to have defenses.
Yeah, but
Something doesn't
Poppy,
feel
when
right.
it doesn't feel
when
right.
you mention I can dispel it, Chester shakes his head.
No? Oh, okay. Never mind. Chester said no.
Hold up! That implies sentience.
Yeah.
Why did you doubt it?
He's a lizard.
Sorry,
He is aware.
I rescind that.
He is a
Chester
living
just-
creature.
I just nod sagely at Chester.
Conscious.
Even Chester thinks something's not quite right. I don't. Maybe we should we stay away from here?
I can
Well-
touch it.
Looking onto the bridge, there is a line of people getting into the city, and people that are leaving the city are all happy. Nobody looks upset or worried about what's going on here.
Oh wait, this is the entrance you say, right?
This is the entrance to.
That
to
means
Rivers.
people are also leaving, right?
Yeah.
Estelle
Is
pokes
it
her
a
head out
mixed
the
bag
window.
of people?
What do you
So-
mean mixed bag?
Like, is it all the same type of people coming out? Like, same, like, do they all look like a bunch of wizards, bunch of tieflings, bunch of, or is it like,
Nobles.
It's everything.
oh, okay.
And they
Good.
all look like they're like some of them are carrying bags of stuff they've bought. Some of them have like food that they've brought with them, like stuff on sticks. They all look very happy.
Got it. Estelle sticks her head out the window and looks to someone who is leaving the city. Excuse me.
Yes.
So sorry to bother you. How is this place? Is this a nice place to be in?
Oh. I mean, if you are looking for a good time, Two Rivers, 200 years of good time. You know what I'm saying? That is their state motto or city motto. Actually, I actually don't know if it is their city motto, but if it isn't, it should be. And you're in town for SummerFest. SummerFest. You're
Estelle
gonna love
looks
it.
over at the guards. Do we need a pass, or do we need to pay money to enter into the city?
No. Two Rivers is open to the public. Go on in and have a good time.
Estelle cocks her head to the side and goes, "Really? The city doesn't have a checkpoint for taxes for upon entry?"
Taxes? No. I promise you, the people of the city and the shops within will have no problems getting your money once you're there. Not in like a bad way. I just mean it's a good time.
Estelle then points to the castle gates and whatnot. Then how do they? Estelle just sort of like puts her finger back down and goes, "Thank you for your time. I really appreciate it. Sorry for the disturbance. And have a good day." She rolls the window up so while like nodding like a thank you, and looks to the group and goes, Do they not pay taxes?
Honestly, I
What's
was gonna
taxes?
mention it. It's really weird that you mentioned that you like pay taxes upon entry.
Well, normally how the cities work in my area is that you're supposed to be taxed a certain thing upon entry because the tax of entry provides monetary insight to keep the defenses up for the city and to pay the guards. So that's why I was a little confused.
You're on a pretty harmonious island. I don't think that they'll be needing to fight anyone, especially not each other.
If that's the case, then why do they have such dangerous magic sort of feeling?
Because
Oh, in case
it
someone
wasn't
else
always like this.
That too.
Better safe than sorry.
This whole realm used to be run by secret cabal shadow wizards.
Estelle like
Yeah, the wizard money gang.
It was a money gang.
And they loved
is,
casting
super wide-eyed and
spells.
is like, "Tell me everything."
I'll
I
go
would
into
say
a little bit of
probably
of
out of-
a story of the previous heroes that cast down the Hightower.
Poppy, if at any point you would have had just like offhanded conversations with your instructor, Willionaire, the former pirate, at some point he probably would have mentioned Two Rivers and going there in his youth and having a great time. And if at any point he brought it up, he would say the wall and the bridge are there to keep the boring people out.
Yeah. I mean, we'll be fine. I think we're interesting enough, right, Chester?
I think everybody here is pretty interesting.
Estelle shrinks, worried that she's definitely not interesting
You
enough.
people's elbowed a guy. You're very interesting.
You can fly.
Well, I can't fly. Estelle just
Also
takes her
blew up a
boot off
building.
and
That
shows
was
it.
pretty impressive.
My boots have these wings on them.
And you think
Estelle-
that's not interesting?
I mean, they're a magic item that people can procure, so I'm going to assume no, not really. She says while trying to like put the shoe back on.
Didn't you also blow up the side of a building once? That was pretty interesting.
It was one time. Estelle cries.
That's enough.
So as you guys get onto the bridge, which I assume you will be.
Yes.
All right, everybody
Okay.
brace for impact in case we're boring. And just grabs the
In case we're boring.
Estelle
Brace
grabs
for
onto
boring.
Ellis instinctively.
Okay, I am driving, so probably not. You like feel the car wiggle or something?
Oh, we're on a
Estelle
bridge,
grabs
we're on a
her
bridge,
seat
we're on a
in
bridge.
return.
Yep.
Grabs the seat in return. I'm sorry.
I
I'm
become
sorry.
rocks.
It was,
Yeah, not a
it was
good
an-
idea. Not a
It was
good
an
idea.
instant reaction. I'm
Okay.
sorry.
not the pile of rock.
I become a pile of rocks.
As you guys are on the bridge, you can see a small line of people waiting to get into the city. From what you can tell, there are 2 checkpoints. The first checkpoint is to report and secure weaponry. You get to keep your weapons, you just have to lock them in a protective case that makes it difficult to use quickly once you're inside the city. The second checkpoint is some sort of like magic sensor, and you cannot make out any details from here. There's just kind of like a person, sort of like a TSA wand is the
Not
best.
the TSA.
Do you guys want anything
Um,
that you guys got anything you don't want them to confiscate?
I have a bottle of lotion that's over 10 ounces. I'm sorry.
Estelle fumbles and looks and tries to be like, I think I have. Are we supposed to take off our shoes? Oh no.
No, please keep your shoes on inside of Kit at all
Open the
times.
bag.
And then I open like my messenger bag and I open the side of it, like the inner pocket, and there's just the abyss of a bag of holding in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
Literally anything that you don't want them to take, feel free to shove in here.
Estelle
It's bigger
takes
than
out some
this.
potions and just shoves it immediately.
Okay, that's a lot. All right, I hope you.
Sorry,
remember what they are.
sorry.
No, it's
Oh.
fine.
Medicine.
It's fine. I asked. That's my bad.
Archtreon kind of like stares at his like double-bladed great axe and it's just like,
Oh,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
is this gonna?
Oh yeah.
all right. And I'll like
Oh.
not blade first, like I'll be holding the blades and I'll just slowly sit the great axe into the small bag of holding, but I will keep my warhammer at my side.
Archtreon, you're a genius. Estelle takes out her giant greatsword and also shoves it in
Where
there.
were you keeping that? Okay, we need to start using
That's
the
not a
trunk.
problem.
We need to
Don't
start
worry
using the
about
trunk,
it.
guys.
I may be small, but I know how to carry objects.
Poppy grabs something out of her bag and like kind of covers it. Just like don't look at it.
Okay, just wait. I need to know what it is to get it out of
I have
it.
a 10-foot radius of blind sight. I can't not see it.
It's not done yet.
Estelle, Estelle, while keeping her eyes closed to respect the privacy, pulls out one of their ribbons from her hair. Maybe tie it with the ribbon so it's easy for you to find it later.
Just
Yeah,
goes
that
and
will
grabs
work.
it and goes to Ellis and just like slowly peeks the hand open and it looks like half-made tiny little armor for Chester, but it's not done yet. Poppy's like, it's
Alice kind of looks
not
at.
done yet. It's not done yet.
We can work on that. Don't worry.
Okay. And just pops it in there.
Pops it in there.
I look to Archtreon. All of mine weapons are built into my body. What are they gonna do? Put me in a case? They're
Estelle
gonna put me in a
panics
case.
immediately and looks
I'll
over
get
to
in the
Archtreon.
bag.
He's just
the
about
bag.
to suggest the
Bag.
burlap bag.
Estelle tries to like maybe see if one of their arms can fit into the bag.
You put your arm in the inner pocket, and it feels like it can keep going.
Wow.
I don't actually get in the bag.
You only get 10 minutes of air.
Don't
in
get
there.
in the
I
bag.
suggest
Your
you
dad's gonna
go
kill
in.
me.
Estelle just
Huh?
sticks. Estelle just looks over and goes, "How do you know it? Can I stick my head in there? What's
you
in
can. You won't breathe.
there? Worth it." Estelle just looks
You go in. It's just this dark abyss. You see some of the things that you had floating around for a second.
It's so dark in here. How do you see anything?
Yeah. Okay. I pull Estelle out by the collar. Yeah. Don't suffocate.
Adaline gets
You
real
guys-
quiet.
You guys are pulling up to just kind of looks like a guard shack on the side of the bridge, and there's a guy in the window of it. He's a Goliath. Seems pretty pleasant. He's got a chainmail shirt with a pretty light cloak over top that has the Two Rivers City Guard insignia on it. seems genuinely happy to be at work. And he greets you guys, and he says, "Oh, welcome to Two Rivers. I see the insignia of the Life Essence School. Welcome, students from Archid. I assume the 5 of you are here for SummerFest, no?"
We're on a school field trip, sir. Estelle just blurts out.
Yeah, we're more just passing through, but
Yeah.
Oh, passing through. Yes, most people just pass through Two Rivers, but most people do come back after they have passed through.
yeah, it's kind of on the road.
Oh, no.
Well, before I can let you all in to enjoy the Summerfest festivities, of course, I do need to lock up your weapons. It is no big deal. I have cases, and we put your weapons inside, and they are locked, and I will show you how to unlock them. And he takes one of the cases and he shuts it, and he puts both his hands on it. He says, "You put both hands on the case, and you wait 30 seconds, and then the case will open, and your weapons and other such things are accessible. However, just for safety reasons, especially during fest activities, we do need to make sure that the weapons are not there to hurt anyone.
Yeah.
So, who's got a weapon?
Estelle pulls out a small dagger.
Archtron
dagger, and he
unties the
Grabs a dagger-sized
warhammer
case.
from
The
its side,
warhammer.
tries to
Grabs
stick
that.
it through like the window, but it's kind of like not fitting
You have
in
to,
certain
you have
ways.
to
Like,
tink, crank it down.
tink,
the
tink,
lever, you
tink,
have to wind it first.
Oh,
Archie.
there's a window. Oh.
Yes, you have to crank it down. There you go.
The
Okay.
window moves.
It's just like elbow over.
And I push the warhammer out the window.
Takes it. Oh, this is a fun one. And he puts it in a warhammer-sized case. Closes it.
Thank you.
Poppy
I'll
pulls,
hand
like,
him a stiletto.
cartoon. Stiletto?
Just a real thin dagger or a high-heeled shoe.
Dealer's choice.
Yes. High-heeled shoe. High-heeled shoe. High-heeled shoe.
What a very interesting hilt. Okay. Closes
I'll be like the cartoons, just start grabbing things that feel like they just popped out of nowhere, but they've just been like in here. Pulls out a sickle, pulls out a shield, pops out like the gauntlets of ogre power.
God,
just a
let's
bunch of
go.
stuff. You're just like, where did all this come from?
Estelle looks to Elis and just goes, "And you ask me where I keep my things?"
Listen, that kind of is on track, I think. She has like a whole lizard in there, okay?
She has a what?
The best lizard.
You know what? It is none of my business. Thank you. And he starts locking up all the weapons in there. Elis, did you hand him anything?
She has like the bag that Bonbon gave kind of in between her legs, and she goes in and digs out a hand crossbow, and she hands it over.
He puts it in, he gives all of the cases back to you guys, and then just looks real hard at Elis and goes, "No, there is nothing more."
I mean, I punched the roof. There's this, but I don't know if you count that as a battering ram.
Not unless you use it as such.
It's like a horse.
That's a
But
weird
like
way
a
of putting
metal
it.
horse, like a big metal horse.
Let's not.
Elis?
Let's
Dragon.
not.
Go ahead and either roll a deception or a sleight of hand check.
Lie your way to victory. Gaslight, gatekeep, girl boss.
You said a persuasion or sleight of hand?
Deception or sleight of
Deception
hand.
or sleight.
I'll lean over to Poppy while this is happening and say, "Don't you find it interesting that everyone coming out of this city is happy? Even the guards? Like, you'd think people are people, surely. You would get a bit of a mixed bag, but everyone's happy."
Estelle immediately looks to Adaline and just nodding like this, like definitely, like she's like, "This is what I was trying to say. Surely I wasn't crazy."
Chester's like nodding.
She's bobbing in the hair.
Yeah.
What'd you get on that roll, Elis?
That was a 24.
Hey, let's fucking go.
Let's go.
I can't
After a long bit of eye contact,
prolong
Prolonged eye contact.
Oh God. Hitting him with the
Yeah,
zoomies.
you have dramatic zoom on your bingo card. You can mark it off now.
Oh, mine doesn't go that far. Well,
I can't zoom. I'm sorry.
I'm just gonna zoom myself.
Exactly.
Okay, you kids may go. Have a great time in Summerfest.
Thank you, strange guardsman.
Thank you, large gate man.
My name is Jakar.
Jeton.
Thank you.
Oh, you're
Gesundheit.
welcome. All right, you guys pull up to the second checkpoint,
Oh no.
and there's a woman. She's kind of a bit older than Jakar. Probably half elf. It's definitely got the elven features, but still a good bit of like human features too. She's holding like a short, flat black wand and is waving it around the bodies of each person that like steps forward. And most people you've noticed are able to just get waved down and then walk straight on into the city. But every so often, one person is asked to stop by. Like there's a window in the wall over her left shoulder. They have to stop by the window for a minute and like sign something, and then they're allowed into the city.
In the name of science, we should send the Leonin first.
Well, this entire thing's about to light up like Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.
and Arktreon kind of like, again, just stares at the door of this vehicle and just like,
I'll get the door for him.
You have to click the. It's like a handle.
It's with the like a lever.
Where I'm pushing levers
and I'm just pushing down the lock button.
And I'm also hitting the wrong things.
No, the other lever, like the one that looks like it's pulling. But
Arktreon
don't pull
kind
it.
of shoves the door and it kind of opens whether I broke something or not. Oops.
I was about to be like, hold it like a kitten, though. You're very strong.
Oh.
And I kind of step out.
And she looks at you and she says, "Oh, bonjour."
Buongiorno.
Please step forward. I am merely doing a simple Fae check. There have been a lot of Fae that have been popping up in the woods around the city, and they are all welcome. But it is many in the past few months, so we need a better way of keeping track so we can help them the best. So I will wave you down to check for Fae ancestry. And of course, if you have none, you may enter this. And she's started waving you down. You are welcome in and have a great time at Summerfest.
Estelle leans over to Elis. They're looking for Fae people?
That is kind of weird, yeah.
DM question.
She looks
Yes.
over then to Adaline.
I am from the Fae.
Are Leonin Fae?
I don't know.
Leonin themselves.
I don't think Leonin are.
Well, also this is world setting. If Arktreon has their origin from the Feywild.
I'm not.
We can, if it's not necessary, we can comb over this. It's not.
Yeah.
Are you
I
blood
looked it
Fae?
up to check to see if Leonin were of Fae ancestry, and what I read on the race sheet was that they're not necessarily.
Okay. All right.
They
Yeah,
don't
I
have
From
just.
Feywild, but not necessarily born a Fae.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
So she lets
Yeah,
you
I'll
in. Her
just-
nameplate says Louisa.
Thank you,
Like bend down, kind of squint at it.
Louisa.
Oh,
Thank
you
you.
are very welcome.
Is Louisa French?
I think it's Spanish.
What's French?
No, she said bonjour.
What's Spain?
I know many languages. This is not one of them.
Hola.
I'm the strong one.
She does beckon everybody to get out of the vehicle for the wand.
Estelle tentatively gets out of the car and gestures Elis to step out as well.
Yeah, give me a sec. I gotta put it in park.
The car lurches.
Yes.
Strange rich.
Such an angry transmission.
We'll work on that.
Yeah.
It
it's
reminds me
probably
so much of that gnome. He came here with many a strange vehicle.
Funny thing about that, I'm just gonna get in the or get out of the car, but I'm also just gonna kind of stand behind Estel.
I guess I'll step up, but Estel just is looking a little nervous at the wand.
Louisa notices this and says, there is nothing to be afraid of. It is quite painless. I wave this over you, and if you are a fae, it will go beep beep, and you fill out some paperwork, and you are welcome to go inside. There is nothing to be.
Come back with a warrant.
Yes, did you have a question?
Yeah.
Yes?
Why are you so prejudiced against fae?
Oh, prejudice? No. There is just many affairs that has been popping up, many elves that have been popping up in the woods nearby, and we are trying our best to help as many of them as
So
possible.
you're keeping a registry of a specific minority of people. Do you understand how wrong that sounds?
Estel
this is
also
where
nods at this.
we must. If you are a resident of Two Rivers, it does not matter if you are fae or not. You may enter the city. The registry is so that we can get you help, because many of the people popping up are not from this world. It is a crazy time that we live in, and with so many of them, it is hard to then get them all help immediately. So we keep track, and as we find them and get them the help that they need and settle them into the city, we get rid of their war registry, if you will.
War registry.
Wall.
Oh, okay. I was about to have
Wall,
a whole different brand of issues.
And then we
Walrus.
send them to the front.
Yeah.
You guys are welcome to make an insight check.
Yeah.
I would
Insight
like
check.
to.
I would very
Yeah.
much like to.
Insight.
Absolutely.
Insight.
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 Oh, my insight's garbage. 12.
What do I got?
My insight is also garbage.
While they're
17?
inciting. Oh,
Terrible.
17? Is that good or no?
I got 19.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so 17 and 19 are high enough. This woman's being very genuine.
Estelle breathes a sigh of relief a little, and she looks to the group, and she just gives a nod of like, it's okay.
Poppy holds on to Estelle's dress for support. Emotional support.
Poppy immediately.
Are you allowing?
Estelle immediately just holds on to Poppy's hand.
I will take up the rear.
So as it's waving over you, Estelle, it does beep beep. And she goes, no issue. Just please speak to my friend over here at the window and give us your name, and you may enter the city.
Estelle points to
goes to
Poppy. She's not, because she's holding on to Poppy.
Oh,
so.
right. Yes. Of course. And she waves over Poppy, and nothing. It's fine.
I thought Goblin were fae.
Goblins are just goblins.
Estelle and Poppy just like lock arms like two besties and just like skip over to them to sign the paperwork.
Like, oh, you don't have to go. Okay.
I'm gonna do the completely idiotic thing and be like, so listen, I've been spending a lot of time in the Great Forest. I don't know if that's going to have any influence or anything like that, but I kind of step through.
Now she waves you down. There's nothing. If you are not from the Fae, you are not from.
But I'll go to stand next to Estelle and Poppy as well.
Listen, if I learn one more thing about my ancestry today, I'm gonna have so many more issues. I'm
Listen,
just
we need to have
step
a
up.
talk.
That's a later issue.
She waves you down and nothing. You're clear.
Excellent. Thank
You are welcome to enter the city. Estelle, the paperwork is pretty simple. They just name. It's literally like the least amount of information that they'll need to like contact you again. It's pretty clear that they've also tried to like word it in ways that it's like, you're not from here, so if we ask for you for an address,
Estelle looks at the paperwork haphazardly, and then she just says underneath her breath, they really need to get better magistrates for this. And she's just writing down the information, and then she pauses and then sighs and then turns over the piece of paper and writes down questions that she thinks that would probably help these guys in the future. And she just...
Some of the questions are like address, but it's like really specific stuff. It's like, if you are not from here, what world are you from? Like, what do you call your world, the world in which you live? What do you call, like, world, continent, country, city?
Estelle just sort of... It doesn't happen often, I think, with this group, but it's one of the few times that Estelle just looks like she just has a really mischievous smile for once. And she just takes out the pen and starts to write it in the language of her home village, which is pretty rudimentary at best. But they would not be able to read this. She just was...
Like undercommon?
Yes. She just immediately starts to write it down, not even blinking. And then she just hands it over and just looks to Poppy and be like, do you want me to write yours too?
I can do it. Just fills out paperwork anyway. It's all in Goblin.
You get extra paperwork.
Estelle looks over at the Goblin writing and just nods, also being like, yes, make it, make them suffer.
They might have been made Fae.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Wait, they are?
Goblins are traditionally.
The legacy
Let's
Fae.
fucking go!
Or the legacy
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's fucking go!
Let's fucking go?
Let's go.
Poppy and Estelle just look really proud of each other.
I'll go over and stand next to Arktreon and be like, there's a lot of people. This is not my element.
Relax. We're here for fun, and everybody seems to be enjoying themselves.
Yes, but everybody
as
seems
you guys
to be enjoying themselves.
Finish with the registry. One of the guardsmen that was just kind of standing by, like, beckons you all over towards the gates, and they are massive gates. But instead of opening the massive ones, he just kind of like turns and puts his hand on a part of the wall, and like a part of the gate just starts shifting and moving and sliding, and it creates like a humanoid-sized archway, which is a lot easier than opening the full gates. Elis, this particular mechanism looks very familiar to you. It's much the same type of thing that when Daystrider put his hand on the desk and it opened the wall into the lab.
I like look at the gate and I swagger back into Kit and I start the engine again. You're gonna want to open that gate a bit bigger.
Okay. Just like
Put my blood, sweat, and tears in this. I'm not fucking leaving it.
Did we get in the car?
Nah, you can if you want to.
As you guys enter into Two Rivers for the first time, it takes you all just a moment to fully adjust to the stark difference between the outside and the inside of this wall. If you had shown a picture of the outside of Two Rivers alongside a picture of a high security prison to Pam Beasley, she would have said they are the same picture. The inside of Two Rivers, though, it's like if Epcot was built by Party City.
Epcot ball.
I worked at
but
it.
without
Epcot.
but without the cold, dead air of a mega corporation. The massive main road down the center of the city is decorated as if by a woman with a backyard, an endless budget, and no man around to tell her she was being too much.
No HOA in sight.
Hung above the street, string after string of flashing lights. The sides of the street themselves are lined with vendors and fair games. There is music blasting through the city and bouncing off the walls. The sound of an overfull band permeates the sky. By anyone's best guess, the assumption is that one day a bunch of kids got together to start a band, and so they rummaged through their parents' and grandparents' attics and took whatever seemed to be the most peculiar. And if at any point you were to ask these people how they learned how to play the instruments, they would just say, we never learned how to play instruments. We only learned how to make music. Instruments. Ha! Joe plays a washboard with a spoon. How's that for instruments? The smells that waft ever so enticingly into your minds. The only description I can offer is it smells like hopes, dreams, and a hug from your grandma, all rolled in batter and deep fried in butter until golden brown.
Wow.
There is one large banner that hangs over the street
It's
and says
Disneyland.
SummerFest. But even if it weren't there, you would know. The people that fill the streets are adorned in pastels, sky blues, light greens, pinks, yellows. The women are in sundresses. The men are in short shorts and linen shirts, floppy hats, sunflower crowns, beach balls, and flip-flops as far as the eye can see.
It is
there's a
Disneyland.
2-inch inseams, bro. Let's fucking go.
Let's go. Don't make me bust out
There
their
is a
shorts.
neighborhood park to your right, and in the grass, you see a man in a red and white pinstriped outfit taking coins and operating an obstacle course. On your left, there's another park, and you see another man in pinstripes calling one and all to try their hand at the hammer smash. A little ways down in the park, you see some older people sitting at dragon chess tables welcoming all challengers. There are at least 15 points of interest between here and the gate on the other side of the city that leads to the Great Swamp. And as you walk down the main road, I will describe the things that you see. I'm going to send a picture now into the group with a map of two rivers, specifically one that has numbers on the road and a list in the bottom left corner of what each number represents. And that is posted in the Discord now. So the first thing you guys see is those two parks, one with an obstacle course, one with dragon chess and a hammer smash game. Earlier, when you each got 5 gold pieces, I'd say it's probably safer to say you got 4 gold pieces and 100 silver.
Estel looks over straight to Arktreon and tugs on his tunic and goes, I bet you could definitely win at the hammer.
Let's go find out.
Estel and Arktreon just look really excited immediately and walk straight
Yeah, Archid
over
has
to
like
the...
completely lost all sense of this mission. It's just like overwhelmed with stuff. He's like,
Yeah.
Estel's just
can't-
like at a kid in a park immediately, just looking really happy.
I can't make your characters feel things necessarily. I can, however, tell you that if you were curious about why everybody leaving the city was happy, there's at least 1,000 little things immediately in front of you that make you understand at least a little bit.
Poppy tries to grab the hammer. Like, I got this.
Go, Poppy,
So the
go!
guy standing next to the hammer smash game goes, "Oh, you think you can do the hammer smash?" Poppy, you're the one holding the hammer now.
Yeah, I want to go first so I don't embarrass Arktreon, you know?
Okay, well, before you go, hold on. Okay, it was 1 silver to play the game.
Estel grabs a silver piece and hands it over. What happens if we win?
Oh, you get tickets.
Oh, we get tickets? What kind of tickets?
Yes. Well, and he pulls out just a roll of tickets. He goes, "Well, you get tickets for winning, and then there's a prize booth in the center of town, and you can buy all sorts of prizes with your tickets."
What's the grand prize? What's the grand prize?
I run the hammer game.
You don't know what the prizes are?
That's not my business.
No, I run the hammer game.
Hmm.
It is my job to know the hammer game.
Hit him with the
Estelle looks around to see if there's like a directory or something that would inform what like the prizes are.
Not here. Your best
Bruh.
guess is that if there was going to be a directory, it would be like at the prize booth.
Worst field trip ever. No. Estelle
Poppy, you're
immediately just
doing
shakes
the
her head
game?
and just goes, "Yeah, Poppy, go! I paid for it."
Let's go.
Okay.
Grabs the hammer.
Roll an athletics check.
Let's go.
24, nat 20.
Let's go.
Roleplay the fuck out of this.
go.
With a 24, you get as close as possible to ringing the bell
What?
without ringing the bell.
Are you kidding me?
Chester, guide me. Oh.
But this man is still like, oh, dear heavens, that is not what I was expecting.
Arktreon, save my pride.
You still get coin. You still get tickets, and you 96 tickets for you.
Estel looks really triumphantly and like folds them up and gives them to Poppy.
All right.
Arktreon doesn't grab that hammer, but he starts to untie his warhammer out of pure habit.
Estel
Fine.
takes out another silver piece and gives it to the guy.
You do not use your hammer. So many people come in here with war hammers. No, this is a game for Summerfest. This is not a war. He will use our hammer.
It's fine.
I promise you, there is nothing wrong with the hammer.
Estel tentatively
Inside
puts
check.
down the silver piece.
Okay, Arktreon takes up the hammer.
Make an athletics check.
God, what a time for a 20.
Get it.
Right? I'm saying you think it would be funny.
That'll be. Oh my god, math.
You got this.
21.
21. So I will let you, as a barbarian, roll with advantage. You're very used to this type of thing.
Oh god, please.
Dice God, dice God.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Let's go! I will hold on. Let's see if I can move the tray. Can we see?
Ooh.
I see her.
Nat
Why
20
not just
on
hang
top?
on? Why not just hang on to the piece and
Okay.
then show?
Okay, because I have other dice. Hold on, let me dump the other ones. I'm holding on to it.
Nice.
Beautiful.
It's a 20.
It's a cool looking D20.
Let's go.
What is
That's
the
my
total
barbarian
score?
D20. Total of 28.
28.
Go.
Does it actually do the ding a ding?
He
Does it
hits,
break the
he hits
bell?
the bell.
Get the ding a ding!
You are
Ring a
welcome
ding
to act
ding,
that out if
baby.
you'd like.
Okay, so Arktreon kind of picks up the hammer, and whenever you go to the carnivals, there's always like the little one, there's the big one, right? So he picks up the big one, and it's like a paperweight. So he
Yeah.
kind of just stands there ogreishly over the pedestal, and with one hand, just goes and cracks it. Ding! And it dings, and it leaves a little dent in the bottom of the bell.
Excellent! I'll fix the bell. No worries, no worries. Here, take your prize, take your prize. And he hands you 100 tickets.
Ooh. Okay. This was fun. I like this. Is there more?
Well, there's no more of this now for a minute. I have to go up and fix that bell with the dent you put in, but
I am sorry.
I mean, if you just walk down the street, there are 1,000 more games.
Ooh.
And I
Estelle
go
looks
grab
at-
Estelle by the hand, and we start like
And the two of them
running.
just like
Adaline,
they're
who-
running like a bunch of children.
Adaline, who is not enticed by the smells or the food, which is kind of like the primary, like everyone getting in on things, is wary. It's a full city, and so I'm making a point of always watching, kind of scanning the area, watching everyone's back. And yeah, well, he's a ranger, right? This isn't his forte, and so he's kind of tagging along. And if anyone talks to him, he's like, yes, but he's staying kind of serious, and just keeping an eye out on things.
Okay.
Elis has to drive Kit at a snail's pace every time the group rushes up to the next thing, and then like parks it, and then just kind of like hangs out the window.
Estelle, like every once in a while, brings a drink to Elis or like a fan, so this way they don't overheat while they're at their car.
That's.
There
thank
would
you.
be sort of like a stable.
A stable for a
You're
car.
You're gonna put Kit in a stable?
Well,
Why not?
peculiarly, there's
Oh,
a
of
stable
course.
that also has a garage.
Yeah, of course it does.
Bet.
Alright.
I need to see Adaline at the shooting range.
I look to my machine and I go, all right, Kit, do you wanna go in the garage, take a nap? All right, I guess. So we don't accidentally hit anybody. It just like slowly turns the car.
Back away, boys.
I'll
Away.
make a note. I'll make a note on this so it doesn't seem like it's like odd or a character. Arktreon isn't used to having fun. Like Arktreon has lived a life of like
Baby boy.
battle conditioning, feats of strength constantly. So like him getting that like weird instant gratification for something like that, he was just like a kid for the first time learning something. He's just like, ooh, this is cool. I want to do more of this. So he just, you'll lose him in this. I'm just forewarning you.
Yeah. And I think for Estel, she's so used to being on her own that to see Arktreon just, grabbing her hand immediately like a kid in a candy shop and just like going off to do games, she's just like, I like this. This is fun. So the two of them are just like two comrades just immediately being like, let's have all the fun.
Let's see how many cupcakes we can eat.
The next thing that you guys would
Hot dog
see
eating
next
contest.
to the Hammer Smash is the old people playing chess in the park and inviting people to come. And across the street, directly across the street, is the obstacle course.
Okay, so like, what if it's just that we picture like running up, we're like super excited, we like stop at the chest? Nah. Like, run to the next thing.
Is there anybody that does want to try the playing chess against some old folk?
What's in your intelligence scores?
Ellis, you want to play some chess?
I'll fuck up. Yeah, Ellis parks the car and then walks back up on. Is Poppy playing chess?
I got a -1 for intelligence.
Hey,
I got a
man.
+4 for wisdom.
54 months, Alora. You're
Jesus
amazing.
Christ,
Thank you.
54.
Yeah, Ellis is gonna kind of like walk up and just be like, nod at Poppy and be like, for Chester. And I'll
There's
take
just
a
an
seat.
old guy sitting down there. So, oh, please come sit and play an old fool of some dragon chess. Roll. We're gonna do 3 contested investigation rolls. That's 2 out of 3.
Okay. I would say that, okay, because I have an item that gives me advantage on investigation, but it's more for like noticing details. So I'm assuming that doesn't apply in chess.
I mean, chess is a pretty detail-oriented game.
So true. Okay, you said best 2 out of 3.
Yep. Tell me your first one.
Okay, so 24 on the first.
24 beats. Yeah, I got a 14 on mine.
Oh.
So you're winning the first third of the game.
Tied for me. The second
Got a
one is a
19.
19. So we kind of met there.
Tied on that one. Third roll.
All right, let's see.
Come on, dice gods.
Come on, dice gods.
Come on,
Dirty
nice dogs,
20.
Not 20, not 20. Let's go, please. Oh, please. Okay.
No.
I don't think that beats it. It's an 11.
Oh,
An 11?
no.
Sorry.
However, he does not have 2 of these wins. Because you guys did tie in the middle one.
Oh,
So
Wait.
this sudden death.
We get to a stalemate, and it's like
a tiebreaker? A tiebreaker.
Sudden death.
Sudden chess.
sudden
Is
chess.
it 15?
Math hard. 14.
No.
Oof.
No.
You have betrayed me.
You have been trashed.
Oh,
Great
Dice
job.
jail.
No,
This
these
man
are her
go-
dice. I can't put it in jail.
knocks over your Dragon King and says, "Thank you for obliging an old man. And in the spirit of Summerfest, I do have some tickets for you for playing." And he hands you like 25 of the orange tickets. it also is free. Like he wasn't taking coins
Yeah.
to play.
She
It's
takes
just some
the
of his
tickets
tickets.
and then just like tears them in half into as much, not tears them in half, but like tears them into fourths as much as she can, and she gives some to Estel, some to Arktreon, and then some to Poppy, and there's some extra for Chester.
Oh,
Estel looks over. You're giving me your tickets?
I'm not gonna do shit with them.
are you saying you're ripping the individual piece?
No.
Like,
Yeah, like
Okay.
ripping the ticket into individual pieces.
Splitting the
Got
amount
it.
into
Okay.
fourths.
Just in front of old man,
Got it.
just
I'm actually just gonna take each one and put it into fours out of petty.
confetti.
Your chicken strips.
Petty
Your chicken
confetti.
strips.
That needs to be a thing. Sorry.
Trying to be nice.
That's a form of vicious mockery by the bards. Petty confetti.
the obstacle
just
course is
pockets
there
now.
as well, but that list of things is just. If you guys look at that list on the map, excuse me, and anything catches your eye, we'll just take it from whatever it is you guys are interested in. doing.
Puggle sticks.
Pugil sticks. Pugil sticks is a combat competition. Two people stand on a balance beam with
Nope.
basically what look like oversized Q-tips. There's foam padding on either side, and they stand the balance beam, and they just kind of try to knock each other off the balance beam. I've done them in real life. They're a lot of fun.
There's a pie eating contest.
There is a pie eating contest.
Wait, where? How many other
Yeah.
things are there available? Is there a list?
On the
Yeah, so if you go
bottom
to the
corner of the
Discord
map.
group, I just sent a picture of the map of Two Rivers. There's some numbers down the main street, and then in the lower left-hand corner, there's a list of what each number is.
Thank you, Lexi.
Fiddles. Talent show.
Okay, guys, I don't know how to mute the bits, but thank you so much. Putting gas in my tank and food in my belly.
Estelle just looks at the map. Ah, there is a pie eating contest.
What should we do next? This
can
is
we
fun.
wait? Can we put Adaline in the pie eating contest?
Wait, that's right. Adaline doesn't know how to eat food.
Adaline, it'll just disintegrate. It'll be amazing.
Oh,
They could
I have
win.
a character that's
We
just
just
amazing.
we just found a loophole.
I mean, it's more of
That
Adeline's hole, but yeah, exactly. Poppy gets it.
Poppy, one of the things that would probably catch your eye is the animal races, because it's like pets. People are like submitting their pet like turtle and like their pet whatever to like race in the street.
Chester.
There's an animal race.
The eyebrow.
Thank you.
Oh, Chester's so down. We have to do this right now.
Let's do the animal race with Chester and the pie eating contest with Adaline.
Adaline seems very disconnected.
Hey,
And is just looking around a bit.
wave my hand in front
Also,
of my rock.
multiple people can do the pie eating contest. It doesn't just have to be one of you.
Yeah, but he's the best, obviously.
I don't know. Arktreon could eat a lot.
Yeah, but it would hurt Arktreon to continue to eat so much, and Kit can only handle so much. So
You
I'm
should
not
have.
pushing.
Yeah, but he
I think you're
devoured
still
all of those
recovering from the
pancakes.
So I see Adaline just kind of
A little
tense,
overstimulated.
like- yeah, a little overstimulated. And I like walk over and like grab them by the shoulders, like,
It is fine. Relax. Also, I'm going to eat more pies than you. So, buckle up.
Oh,
Eat the
if
pies.
they'll allow
Eat
me
the
to be
pies.
a part
Eat
of
the
this,
pies.
Yeah.
then you're on.
Obviously.
Wanna do it?
Actually, Arktreon, would you mind doing a persuasion check? Because he's
I'll do
pretty
it. No,
off
I'll
his
do it, yeah.
balance.
Oh, poor baby.
persuasion. We got a 7.
Can I give advantage? Can I help?
Can I try to convince as
Yeah,
well?
I mean, if multiple people are like seeing this happen and like
Poppy's gonna
also
cast
being-
guidance and
I'm gonna try
him on the calf,
persuasion.
like, you
I
got
have a
it.
6+ for
Wave
that.
at Adaline.
Okay, you guys try, because
I
I'm gonna
appreciate
give-
you,
I'm gonna-
Arktreon. I appreciate
I'm gonna give somebody
Oh.
advantage and just kind of like assist with persuading Adaline.
I rolled a 21.
Oh my
That's
god.
amazing.
Estelle
I
looks
rolled a
over.
6.
Estelle looks over to Adaline and just like goes like this and be like, please, 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 please.
Eventually,
It'll be fun.
the green light kind of brightens on the ring. And he goes, If they will allow me, I'm sure I will absolutely kick your ass, Arktreon.
Oh, is that so?
You guys can enter your names into the pie-eating contest. It's not going to happen. It'll happen towards the end of the evening, though, so you'll be called for it.
Don't fill
Does
up on
Estelle
chemicals.
notice by any chance, like, besides the games, there's obviously things to shop for, right?
Oh, yeah. So, especially towards, like, the very center of that circle, you guys are on the whole entertainment district, and the entertainment district also has a couple pockets of, like, commercial district. So there's going to be shops. The street is also lined with, like, booths for like, fair foods and, like, trinkets and stuff like that.
Right.
I want to buy one of those fidget rings, so this way Adaline, if they get overstimmied, they have something they can focus on.
Man,
Sure.
I
Yeah,
didn't
you can do that.
expect this. This is very kind.
Yes, Arktreon.
Estelle just rushes over to go to the stalls and buy something.
As we're all kind of rushing around, I noticed there's a fortune teller.
Ooh,
Oh yeah, Poppy wants to go to there too.
me too. But I have to go buy this thing first for Adaline. They need it.
Thanks for all the
Yes,
gifts.
there is a
Thank
fortune
you for.
teller.
Oh my God, Bill. Thank you so much.
She has like a small little tent that she's set up, and if you'd like, you can wait for the party, and everybody can come in at once if they all want to.
Arktreon is like secretly parted for this thing,
Parted.
like from the group. He's kind of
Must be
like
alone.
everybody's.
by himself.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's 5 silver, and this just woman in a purple cloak, real mysterious. She's all wrapped up. You can only see her eyes. Welcome. My name is Madam Vuroni.
It's from holes. It's from holes.
It's very close.
What do you mean?
Carrie
Adam's
needs
from
to
Adam's
sort
from
of-
holes.
Vu with a V. Vuroni.
Oh, I thought it was a Zeroni.
I mean, yeah, it's fully based off of holes, but there's also
okay.
a different piece in there.
I thought we get points if we call
Me
out where
too.
the inspiration.
You
for
literally
Trump.
already have inspiration.
Give them their points.
Well then,
But I
give it to
did good,
Poppy.
teacher. Where's my sticker?
If somebody can guess where the Vu part comes from, then sure.
Louisiana.
Clang.
What about Louisiana?
The voodoo.
the Shadow Man.
Voodoo.
Yeah,
The Shadow Man.
yeah, it's the voodoo. Theft can have inspiration.
I'll
Yeah,
take it.
Theft can have the inspiration. I got the ring, by the way. I'm throwing it at Adaline.
Goes through my head.
Arktreon,
No,
you-
I'm just kidding.
She welcomes you in. You pay the 5 silver. She sits down. She has like a crystal ball in front of her. And as she's kind of just like rubbing it and looking around, you kind of notice that like it gets dark around you as well, but you don't get a sense of like danger. It's just like it's more like mystique than anything. And she says, after a minute, she goes, "How bizarre! You have no fortune to tell. According to the fates, your story ended years ago."
Gasps in Spanish.
Would.
And then all of a sudden, everything just, like zooms back out, and the music, and everything comes back in, and you're just in, and she's like, "Did you get the fortune you sought?"
I don't know.
Sometimes the fates do speak in a language that is hard to understand.
Okay. Thank you.
Of course.
He was beaten to death
hope
in
you
that
enjoy
stadium.
He's actually dead.
I'm actually a ghost.
Ghost Rider Part 2 Electric
He
Boogaloo.
died.
Ghost Treon, no!
Arktreon.
What happened to him?
He died.
Yeah, so Arktreon will kind of he was seeking for an answer, but that's for lore for another time. He'll kind of lock eyes with the rest of the group and kind of scamper over and yeah.
Estel wants to try the fortune teller.
Sure.
She's too afraid to do the poogle stick game.
The pugil sticks.
Pugil.
Ellis, did you have?
No, sorry, I was talking to my mom.
Oh, okay.
Not the one on the other plane, but like this, the one in the
Estel, you are beckoned in. Are you alone or are you going in with?
I'll go with the group.
Oh,
He's right behind you.
Arktreon's not there.
She just sticks her head
Adaline,
inside the
Ellis?
area.
I will take Elis aside.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay where Adaline is because I don't want to intrude on anything, but also this guy's kind of overwhelmed.
Estel and Poppy, you guys enter and you pay your 5 silver each and sit down, and much like Arktreon experienced as she's like doing this sort of thing, it's sort of like you're kind of getting like more or less tunnel vision. The sights and sounds of the outside world get very, very muted. And she starts looking at you, Estel, and she kind of like picks the crystal ball up and puts it in front of your face and says, "You are cloudy. There is not many details I can make out. I see a link, a bridge, a queen. That is all I can tell."
Really? That's it?
It is almost like your fortune, your fate, is not entirely of this world. And she turns the crystal ball towards Poppy, and as she lifts it, the crystal ball shatters.
No!
Whoa!
Oh no. I'm so sorry.
And-
Do we have to pay for that?
Everything just zooms back out. You guys hear the sights and the sounds again, and she kind of like lifts her head and goes, "Oh dear, what happened?"
What
Chester,
happened?
your mission is too great.
I think we need to run.
Oh, don't fear, children. I have more. I just have to go home and get them. It's totally fine. Stuff like this happens sometimes. I am not usually involved in the telling of the fates, and therefore I don't know what causes it. But as for
Explode?
now, that is all the fortune I can tell.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Poppy. You didn't even get your fortune. Do you do tarot reading?
Oh, no. I
Oh.
am no hack.
I just wanted to ask if Chester would be okay after I'm gone.
Does this mean that you get Estelle sort of pauses and looks to then Poppy and then realizes that because they didn't get a fortune. Does this mean you're entitled to a refund?
If your loved one did not receive a fortune telling, you may be entitled to compensation.
It sounds financial compensation.
Your fortune's extended warranty.
We do have to wrap soon,
Yeah.
so if there's anything else on this list that you guys want to see or do, we'll do the pie eating contest and then
I want us all to
yeah.
do the ropes course.
the ropes course.
I wanted
More.
to see if Chester would win the race.
I
Oh,
need
yeah.
to. I need.
Chester.
Can we do the Chester race?
Chester.
You can do the Chester race.
Yeah, we
Chester
gotta
race.
do the Chester race.
Yes.
Go, Chester.
Be like an
make
animal
us
handling
proud.
check, or like...
So you see just kind of like it's several lanes that have been drawn in chalk across the street, and people are like standing at the start line. Someone has a turtle. There are 2 birds.
Orb.
And then there's another lizard, but it's like a bearded dragon, more or less.
Ooh,
And then a
No,
snail.
it's just a
is also
dragon.
there.
It's just a tiny dragon with a beard.
There's also a snail, and then there's an open spot, and it costs 5 silver to enter.
You ready?
And you
You
put
got 5
Poppy
silver.
down there. Go ahead and make 4 animal handling checks.
Bet.
Go,
First
Chester,
one.
go.
Go Chester, go Chester, go.
16.
Go Chester, go Chester, go.
16. Okay. Oh, actually, sorry. Make these at advantage.
Yes.
Chester, go Chester, go. Go
Go
Chester.
Chester,
20,
go Chester,
30,
go.
20.
30, 20. Okay. Next one.
Go, Chester, go, Chester, go.
25.
Go, Chester, go.
25.
Oh.
At this point, Chester's in like he's got a pretty decent like he's ahead by more than a nose.
Go, Chester! Estelle screams.
And last one. So
What was the third one?
23.
Yes.
So a 20, a 25, a 23.
Into 17.
And a 17. Okay. Quick maths. For you,
I have a plus 8 to add.
Chester comes in first
Nice.
by like a decent margin. Second place was the turtle. Turtle pulled himself into his shell, popped up, and started rolling.
Oh, smart motherfucker.
It's kind of impressive.
Clever little
The dragon
And
with the
you
beard.
you win.
who's bamboozled.
You win 100 tickets for that.
Nice.
Chester, you did so amazing. Just snuggling his face and hugging him.
Amazing.
We will make sure
Estelle,
to
you
give
said you wanted to
Chester
do
a
rope
bunch of
course?
puppets. Yes. I just thought it would be fun
So the rope-
if all of us got to do something together.
So there are a couple group ones. There's the tug of war.
Tug of war.
Squad.
The pie eating contest. All of you can join the pie eating contest. The riddles you can all perform. You can all try the riddles together.
I want to do the
And the obstacle course. The obstacle course in Pugil Sticks is 2 people, so you can do a pair if you wanted to do one of those. But the tug of war would be immediately the full group to do.
I'm inclined to riddles if anyone else might be interested.
Riddles or tug of war? I'm fighting with blows.
You guys can have fun in tug of war. I will sit on the sideline.
Oh, well, if it makes sure everyone can participate, then I would definitely want to do riddles.
I mean, I'll participate visually.
No, it needs to be the whole group. Estelle just like pouts and just is like, we'll do the riddles then.
We can all do the riddles.
Uh-oh.
I'm not good at
Arktreon
riddles.
with like
We could-
smooth brain.
Estelle,
We could
also
try-
smooth brain, but
We could
Let's do
try
the riddles.
tug
Let's
of
do the
war.
riddles.
It's just I don't.
The
let's-
four of you with Alice simply standing there and holding on might be able
Yeah.
to actually do.
I have a high wisdom.
We could maybe do the ropes. I just probably would hold the end or the front, whatever gets. tough
Works for
with
me.
this. Yeah,
we can
could
do
that.
both. This way, Ellis gets
Sure.
what they want, and we can all do something together as well. Either way,
Yeah.
we're a team.
Right. Do we have a team name for the tug of war?
Oh, that's right. We do need a team name, don't we?
Right.
Ooh.
Arktreon and the Destroyers.
I'm open for other names.
Down to the destroyers, step up. You guys are in your spot. There's a big like puddle of mud in between you and the other team. The other team is just some people that look like they were trying to have a good day, and they're out there and they grab the rope and there's a countdown.
Bamboozlers.
3, 2, 1, tug. Everyone make an athletics check, please.
Oh,
Athletics.
Okay.
Anyone, maybe?
Arktreon, you can still make yours at advantage.
Thank you.
18 plus
No.
4, 22.
Dirty 20.
A rare moment of strength for Adaline.
5, 30, 20,
22.
22.
Also
Just pulling on the
22.
end with his mouth.
Estelle,
Yes.
what was yours?
Dirty 20.
Nice.
So a 22, a 22, a 20, a 20, and a 5.
Yes.
I got a 9. I don't know what that 20 came from.
Oh.
From Chester.
Oh, I guess I.
Oh, it's from
I saw
Chester.
you put your hands up. Okay, so 22, a 22, a 20, a 9, and a 5.
Not bad. It's not bad.
Hope that averages out.
28. Yeah, you guys, one
Chester's
heave,
Angels.
and they get you guys move back a little bit, and the other team has moved forward. But they double down, make another athletics check.
Oh.
Huh?
Ooh, not as good. 17.
Oh, I got
21.
a natural 20 with a -1.
27.
Hell yeah.
17, a 21, a natural 20 with a -1. Arktreon, what was yours?
27.
27. And Poppy?
I got a 10 this time.
10.
I have a 9.
That is enough to
Yes!
you guys yank one more. They get so close to falling in. One more athletics check from the group.
Oh.
Please, something higher.
Oh.
Yes, thank God. Okay.
8.
Dirty 20.
Got it at 20!
17.
Go!
8, 20, 17, 3. Elis?
28.
3 and 28.
Got a 15 and a 20 on that one.
Nice.
All right, yeah. This one's a little bit closer.
Oh,
They
no.
pulled back just a little bit, and then Arktreon's last hurrah. Everybody gets thrown back as this this other team gets pulled straight face first into a pile of mud, and nobody seems upset. They're all muddy and laughing and having a great time. And the guy hands you all. He hands each of you 25 tickets apiece.
Nice.
I have not been keeping count of how many tickets we all have.
I have.
Arktreon
At 190.
goes up to the other team, helps them up or whatever, and you notice that Arktreon kind of bends over for a moment and spins around, and he whips a bunch of mud at our group, at Arktreon the Destroyers, just caking all of you guys.
Estelle
Unfazed.
immediately just grabs a pile of mud and just bigger than like herself practically and just chucks it.
Oh yeah, I get it back like tenfold. It's just like I throw one paw and then I just get caked in mud.
It's just a pile of mud and like maybe like 3 paws sticking out.
Yeah, and a little arm.
I vortex warp away.
Nope. I think we have time to do one of the riddles, and then we'll do the pie eating contest, and then you guys will check into the inn for the evening.
I like this day. This is a fun day.
Glad you're having a good time.
Adeline
Estelle
definitely
grabs
does
Elis
seem to come
immediately
around.
and just like leads them over to the riddles. You
Just
said you
like
wanted to do the riddles. Come on, you want to do the riddles.
Yeah, you're full of mud. You know that, right? Like, you're kind of filthy.
Oh, sorry.
That's okay.
Arktreon like does the full dog shake.
God damn it.
We get covered more.
How many times
There
did I
are
vortex
kids
warp?
that start. There are kids nearby that see you do it, and they like run, like jump into the
Like a
mud that's
sprinkler.
around, and their parents like, no.
It's okay, Elis. I brought a lot of soap.
Next time I'm learning prestidigitation for this reason specifically.
Just keep it like a nice mud mask.
No.
Ellis,
Poppy
go ahead and
casts
roll
Mold
a,
Earth and just moves the mud off of her.
Ooh, nice.
roll a d6 for me, Ellis.
A d6. Okay. I have one right here. It's 2.
How many of us are supposed to be in the riddle
Oh,
contest?
all of you can do the riddles.
Oh.
I, Feffers, am bad at riddles, but I will
too.
try.
I love a good puzzle.
So he goes, a good riddle for you, What runs around a city and yet never moves?
What runs around a city and yet never moves?
A moat?
it have to be a-
Maybe the walls?
What?
Yeah.
The wall.
Oh!
That is a correct answer.
Oh!
Adeline!
Oh, I did it! I did it!
Adeline!
Oh my god!
Adeline!
I'm terrible at riddles. And with this, Adeline fully gets disarmed.
Mud and all.
20 tickets to the each of you.
Oh my.
we do another? What's up?
Yeah, that was pretty quick.
Took her
I think we can do.
25 and tore it again, and then gave it to everyone. But the person she shorted the first time, she gave them an extra. And then over here is like trying to tears the 20 into 5s and gives it to all 4 of them.
The next riddle is what kind of ear cannot hear?
Corn.
Okay, well that when you do it that fast, some of these riddles are designed for children. Okay.
One more.
Another.
They're still being used as intended.
Oh my god.
I wanted to say it so bad. Listen, what kind of ear? Corn.
Corn. You should have just
One more, and I'll make it a hard one.
Okay.
I have a tail, but no body. I have a head, but no brain.
I know
What
it.
am I?
Arcturus.
Oh,
Me.
a coin. A coin.
Yes!
Yeah.
Yes, a coin!
Because of heads and tails.
I see how it is. I see how it is. It's alright. No, it's okay. I got it.
I had to do.
I point at his abs. What are these then?
Hold on,
We
just
will
see
we will get through the pie eating contest.
Yay.
Pie
And y'all
eating
will-
contest.
Hi, eating contest.
The pie eating contest.
Meanwhile, we're still all covered in mud.
We.
How many of you are entering the pie
Unwillingly.
eating competition?
If they let me.
I'll do it.
Okay, 3 people.
Even though Estelle is like tiny, she's like, yeah, I'll do it.
No one seems to care, Adaline.
Ah.
We in this bitch.
You know, I think the only person I lean over to Poppy. I think the only person who could beat Adaline might be Chester.
I mean, he's got the appetite. He beat us at the pancake contest the other day. I wouldn't be surprised.
Maybe
Yeah,
we
that
should
was
put
disturbing
Chester
to
in the
watch.
contest. Is that legal? Can we do that?
I think
I mean,
he's
if
tired from
Adaline
the
can
race.
go, I don't see why not.
No one's gonna stop you.
Let's put Chester in the contest.
Do you want to be in the contest? Just looks at Chester.
Come on, Chester.
Yeah.
It up,
Puts
little
him in one of the
man.
empty table chairs and just.
I will. I'll be rolling for Chester.
Thank you, thank you.
I will say I love the
there-
idea of him like saying like 3, 2, 1, go, and he just like full dives into a pie.
Yes.
All you just see is just a whiplash of movement, and the next thing you know, the pie's gone, including the tin.
So there are 7 humanoids and a lizard sitting at this table, just a pile of pies. And, so the way this is gonna work, you all are gonna roll Constitution saving throws at the end of each round to see whether or not your body has given up on you. Adaline,
Yeah, buddy.
you are gonna be rolling Constitution saving throws at advantage. And you are checking to see if your gears get clogged by just the pure amount of stuff
Too much
being
rhubarb.
shoveled into your hole.
Yeah.
Is it different kinds of pies or all the same pie?
I mean, they're like the
the whipped cream
Oh, is that
Oh,
yeah, the whipped
okay.
cream pies.
It'd be devious to throw in a chicken pot pie in the middle of all
Right?
those.
Like rhubarb, blueberry, apple, chicken.
You told me to roll a Constitution?
Oh, the people in the pie eating contest.
Yeah, I'm in the pie eating contest.
Oh,
Yeah, Stell's fucking it up.
Still ready.
okay.
I
I
rolled
didn't
a
know.
23.
Oh,
1, 2,
Fuck it up.
3, 7. Oh, I was right. Okay, yeah. 23.
Noble Gold Knight gets it. Sorry.
Adaline.
That is going to be a 24.
24. Arktreon.
I rolled an 11.
Oh.
Well, I rolled a 3
No!
plus the 8, so 11.
For everyone who hasn't seen
11?
how Adaline does it, he takes the pie and then feeds it into this hole in his head, and then there's just a mist behind, and I guess technically some crust pellets, like a Pez dispenser, come at the bottom.
Estelle just like thinks what Arktreon does, and all she does is just face slams into the pie and eats it. No hands.
I think the pancakes.
So everybody passes the first round. The only person who taps out is like a child that had joined, and he ate it and went.
Aww.
Oh, fuck them
All
kids.
right, so second round.
Fuck them kids.
Constitution saving throws, please.
Yes, you're doing.
Oh no, I rolled a 10.
No.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
I'm not gonna make it, aren't I?
Estelle, you feel all of the sugar hit your stomach all at one time. You and another one of the contestants are just, I mean, green.
Estelle looks over and goes, "Go on without me."
Oh no.
Estelle
Third round.
gets up and just walks
Constitution
over to
saving
Ellis
throw.
and sits with her.
I'm just looking at Arktreon like, you can't beat the machine.
I rolled another 3.
No.
So that'll be 11.
My money's on Adaline.
That'll be 11.
Mine is on Chester.
18.
Oh, you know what? That's on me.
18.
I got con for days.
All right.
I should be betting on Chester.
I believe
My
in
con
my
is
friends.
+8 too. It's just,
Oh, wow.
I rolled the low.
Yeah.
Arktreon, there was just something in that pie that
No.
hit you weird. You and one of the other contestants are out. At this point, it's just Adaline, some random guy,
Some guy.
and Chester.
I'm just looking at Chester like, you'll not defeat me. Sorry, that was two Arktreon. You'll not defeat me.
I passed some nausea medicine to Arktreon after Estelle took some.
I ate too
there's
much
a-
cotton candy.
I ate too
Trash
much
bin
pie.
There's
over
still some in your
there.
main.
You guys should
All right,
just-
Adaline, Constitution saving throw, please.
It's lower. 17.
Ooh.
17 just makes it.
Let's go.
Let's go.
But almost without any issue, Chester is ready for another punch.
Yeah!
Turns red, the ring. It's like, listen.
Up, Chester.
Chester
it
is
is
carrying
now-
this team.
It is now just you and Chester.
It is said that once upon a time, Chester ate a bag of holding and that became his stomach.
Wow.
Legend has it.
I was there. I
Roll a
saw it.
Constitution saving throw, please.
In fact, he actually ate 100 bags of holding. Anyone who told you otherwise is wrong.
Dirty 20. Well, nat 20 plus 3, 23.
Ooh, let's
23.
go.
At this point,
Pie
a
miss.
huge crowd has started to form.
Just
Word has spread that a lizard and a robot are just going toe to toe in this pie eating competition. Roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my god.
This is
so
This
good.
is what D&D is for.
Yes.
Pies.
I'm with the chat. I really don't know who I want to win.
I'm ticking down 16.
16. One of your gears gets caught.
Oh no!
No.
Martin!
No.
He died.
Falls to rocks on stage.
I will be like, oh, I think I'm out. I think.
Don't put your hand in there.
You're doing great, Adaline.
I'll fix it.
Someone hands you a broom.
Just like a toothbrush getting in there.
Cleaning out the old gears.
Comes
The
wood
old
chips.
garbage disposal.
Chester pops out of an empty pie tin, and the whole crowd erupts in cheers, and he looks genuinely confused as to why another pie has not been sat down in front of him.
Chester is a god or can kill God, and I do not care if there is a difference.
Just a good
Poppy
eat
just runs
god.
over and Simba's him again, just like, Chester! It's our
He's
boy!"
now
The-
rotund again.
The person who's running the pie eating competition comes over to you, Poppy, and gives you 500 tickets for
Nice.
the
You
win.
won so many tickets.
And Adaline, you're given 100 tickets.
Nice. I will take them, I guess. I don't know. It's party loot.
God.
I
Can
have
we
stuff
cash
to
in the
spend them on.
tickets? Can we cash in the tickets now?
We can start next week
Damn
with visiting the gift shop. As for now, you guys do need to check into the inn.
Are we gonna combine all our tickets and split them evenly?
I say we should combine, and either we get something that the group can have all together, or we split them evenly if we all see something that we like.
I got one of those little sticky hands.
You guys enjoy
Gives
your
100 to
tickets.
everybody.
That means
You
you,
guys
Ellis.
are-
You helped us at least with the riddles. You get to choose something you like.
Did I?
Yes.
I don't need anything. I can kind of make most
You guys were
We're gonna
told more or less
definitely
by some of the locals that one of the best inns in the place is a place called Inn Floyd's.
Yeah.
In Floyd's what?
In Floyd.
Just Inn Floyd.
don't wanna
And
be-
it's
Is
by...
the building pink by any chance?
Like
no,
Pink
it's in
Floyd?
the wall.
Pink Floyd.
Oh my god. Outta here.
Floyd is about to get an influx of customers, so
You guys kind of make your way to the inn in the wall, and the guy running it just, welcome. What's up, guys? Come on in. Welcome to Inn Floyd, but we're more than just another inn in the wall. You get what rooms? Okay.
that was painful. That was painful for me.
I thought it was
I really
funny.
hope it was painful.
It's out of character. That's fucking awesome.
And
how
that
much
is
will it be for one night?
it's only 1 gold for the evening, and we'll put you up in a best room.
I'll pay for it. Nope. You paid for other things. I pay for it.
Thank you, Adaline.
What a bizarre thing to argue about, man.
Thank you.
Okay, sure. Anyway, keys, and he starts handing you guys keys. And, there's a staircase that leads up, and all the rooms are numbered, and you guys can find out which room you go to. And as you guys are settling in, that is where we will call it for the evening. Tomorrow we'll backtrack a little bit, and we can stop by the prize
Yes.
booth.
For a little hook.
Prize booth.
For a little plot hook, I would wake up Ellis in the night and say, "We need to talk."
Okay, you are very ominous when you lean like
It's
that.
just the green ring in the dark.
It's just this glowing green ring, and I don't have dark vision.
Normally,
Okay,
when
that's-
someone says we need to talk, it's never about anything good.
that's horrifying.
She let something slip, and Adaline needs to know about it.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
Anyway,
Yeah, she still hasn't told any of you guys why you're on this quest.
I ain't telling them shit.
I doubt him.
We did all just kind of hop in the
adventure.
car.
Going on a trip, Ben. Our favorite piece of
They
shit.
were very
Doing
gullible.
95, gonna fucking die.
Well, gang, do stick around. We are going to be doing a raid. We're going to be raiding Offbeat Outlaw, the DM, for our
yo.
Thursday summer series. Camera's over here. Who is running the also a summer series on Thursday, same place, same time, right here. It's a level 20. It's called Garaku's College for the Ethically Dubious, and it's brutal. I'm currently dead in that summer series, and it's a whole time.
Only
Just
like the
finished your
second
art. What do you mean
episode.
you're
I
dead?
know. I am dead. Like he two tapped me. It was 1-2. I'm down, and then he 1-2, and then I was dead.
That's what we call it.
No one gonna revivify?
Nah, I'm sure it'll be fine. But couple of just real quicks, a couple of announcements. If you enjoyed this, there is actually a summer series before this one in the same world called the Fall of Hightower. You can find the episodes on YouTube. It's called Long Shot. And did anyone win bingo? We have a bingo, and if you would like to
You want bingo?
I got 2 bingos.
let's go.
Hey.
If you would like to get in on that, as well as see the memes that the community is making and join our phenomenal community that we have, you can head over to the Discord, where you can also find more information about the 2 panels that the Long Shot is putting on for sponsored by the Crit Awards at Gen Con. And if you haven't gotten any tickets yet, there are a few left for the Fall LARP event coming up. Very excited about that. Ben.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and thank you to our players for playing. This one it was an episode in which I attempted to try to get the meat and potatoes of the plot in motion, and also still give the gang a fun little day out. And I think we achieved it. We went over a little bit, but we all seemed to be having a good time, so I didn't want to stop it. I had so much more like options to get into for this, but I think we did quite a few fun good ones. I'm excited to get started next week with, I mean, we're going to the swamp. We're going to the swamp.
Yeah, if he threw us a festival, he put a festival in front of us so that we could have our moment of joy before whatever horrible things he's got cooked up for us.
As I said earlier, if this were just a story, a high school English teacher might use it as a fun example of dramatic irony.
Oh no.
With that being said, things are about to get fun. So we will pass it off to our players. We'll check in on how our characters are feeling, and we'll sign off and see you next week. So I'll pass it to you, Kiki.
Hello, my name is Kiki. You can find me at KikiDoesStuff all over the internet, or KikiDoesStuff here on Twitch. I do things such as cosplay, gaming, TTRPGs. You can find me at Florida SuperCon like in July. You can find me at Gen Con in August. Other than that, online, you can find me right here on Rise of the Planewalker. And then on Thursdays, you can find me over on Madaloon's channel, where I play a demigod child in a Percy Jackson themed campaign. On Fridays, we have some charity streams going to raise money for Gaza, so please feel free to tune in as we explore space with the crew of NX and Dago 3 and see what mystery unfolds. Now, we got some interesting guests this week. Hi, Beth.
I'm excited.
Be sure to tune in. Other than that, Elis, for once, is kind of able to release that consistent pension of stress that she's held on to the past 7 years. There definitely was like a jarring moment of realization and just surprise in which she saw her mother and learned Daystrider is her uncle, ? I'll still drop kick him if I get the chance. But kind of being able to sleep soundly and not have to worry about if her mom is dead or alive or in trouble somewhere amongst the plains did bring a sense of comfort to her that she has not experienced in a long time. So that is something that she is just kind of harboring and is actually able to smile, which isn't something that she's allowed herself to do in a while. Other than that, I am going to go ahead and pass it over to SmolBirdLex.
Hello, I'm SmolBirdLex. You can find me at SmolBirdLex. I do art, TTRPG, streaming, and VTubing. I am nominated for Best Character Artist for the Crit Award, so if you want to vote for me, that'd be really nice and really cool. I still appreciate everyone who nominated for me in the first place. It's so wild because like first Crit Awards was like 1,500 votes, and then this Crit Awards like over 9,000 votes.
Yeah.
And I still got nominated. I'm like,
they're averaging 100 votes an hour.
Wow. Oh my goddamn mind.
Yeah.
But,
wow.
Yeah. So I want to thank everyone who voted for me, nominated me. It means the world. And if you want to keep voting for me, it will be super appreciated, but not necessary. But I still love you guys. Poppy is. First of all, happy to have even more stories to tell about Chester and the amazing feats that they did. We'll definitely say that he ate 50 pies and 100 pies and more as it goes on. We'll say that he beat the race in 20 seconds, 10 seconds, blinked and he won already. You know, the stories will get more grand every time she tells them. But she is genuinely a little sad that she didn't get to see if Chester will be okay after she's gone. And that's gonna weigh on her a little bit, and she just kind of hope that he'll be all right and that she'll do a good job. I will pass it over to Estrella.
Well, hi, my name is Estrella. go by QueenAstraea on all of my social media channels. And right now, Estel is just so happy. I think this is the first time she's ever really actually relaxed, and she's now got a chance to really, like, I wouldn't say like play, but like definitely played with everyone, and she feels really at home with these guys and feels far more comfortable. She's still highly concerned about what to do with the group of elves that have come from her village area, so that's definitely on the back of her mind, but hopefully she will figure out a way to either get them home or find a way to help them. I'm trying to think of anything else I'm trying to do. Was there anything else I was supposed to say? I'm so sorry. My mind draws a blank easily.
Plug any of your stuff that you want to plug in real life.
Nope, I can't really think anything else. I don't got major projects other than going to Beacoline, which I said earlier. So yeah, if you want to go to Beacoline, go to that. It's in August. It's a lot of fun. I leave it up to
Feff,
Aiden.
right?
Or Feffers.
Aiden, have you
We
gone?
haven't got to Aiden yet.
Take it away.
I am Shade. You can catch me on Shade on all social media platforms. I really don't have anything major coming up. I do have a campaign with the wonderful Dice Cream Sandwich and a lovely group that'll be soon to be live broadcasted. We're just filling in some technical errors, so stay tuned for that. Other than that, I will pass it on to Feff.
I'm Feff, the primary dungeon master for Longshot Table, and we are currently in our off season, so do check out this campaign, which we are going to have being uploaded onto the YouTube, as well as tune in for the Thursday summer series as well that I mentioned earlier. And when we're on season, fall to spring, I'm running 3 weekly campaigns here on the channel, which is just amazing, and I love that I get the summer off to kind of slow cook the next season and stuff like that. Big shout out to everyone who donated all those bits and all the new followers coming in and all the new subs. Thank you so much, really appreciate it. And a big shout out to Annie, our phenomenal mod who is helping everything run, all that good stuff. Annie is the best of us. And like I said earlier, memes in the Discord, so feel free to hop over there. Adaline is big chillin'. He heard something that Elis said, and the notion that Elis is not just telling him up front is concerning. And so he's waited for Elis to come and talk to him about it. But and didn't happen. So now he's kind of pushing for that information. Yeah, he's big chillin'. He was eventually able to let his guard down in a very busy city, because he's normally just a ranger and he's out in the woods all the time, just alone with his thoughts. So, but we got there. Yeah. I think that's everything. Everybody pile into this raid. We're gonna go kick it with Offbeat. Phenomenal being. Everyone, when you go in there, spam justice for Feffers or something like that. Justice for the Druid or something like that. Just yeah. Something like that. Have a phenomenal rest of your evening, my friends. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Memes already.